Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Eternal Dawn channel. Sorry for the little bit of a late start. We had a little bit of technical difficulties coming in today. Let's go around the table, though, introduce the crew we got here today before we get into some of the spiciest predictions for the year of 2025 the year of our Lord Oda, and what he will be dropping that year. So let's start out with the newest member of the crew, the helmsman of the Eternal Dawn, Mr. NaccReacts. How we doing today, Nac?
I am doing fantastic, man. I can't wait to get into some of these cards. It's going to be so much fun. How are you guys doing?
Oh yeah, this is going to be a blast. Oh, I'm doing great. I've read some of the cards already, and I'm not going to lie. There's some spice in there. There's a lot of spice in there, actually. So I'm pretty hyped. Next up, let's go with the first mate of the Eternal Dawn, Mr. Kube of the Red Sea. How we doing today, Kube?
What's up, guys? Trying my new One Piece
What the
lap.
fuck? I was like, what?
Working on it.
Boys on demon time.
I'm excited. It's bingo season. I love bingo because it's a great way to cook, to hear interesting takes, to hear takes that have been repeated that are reminded to everyone. It's just fun times. Let's get to it, guys.
It is. Yes. And last but certainly not least, one of my best friends in this entire world, a man I call my brother, the head cook of the Eternal Dawn, Mr. vexyz, the Lurking Legend. How we doing today, Vex?
Doing great. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy vexyz, the Lurking Legend. Y'all just call me Vex. I am so excited. I loved all of the bingo spice that we had last year before the rebrand, and I'm looking forward to getting into so much more of these amazing predictions for what's to come in 2025 and throughout all of Elbath with some of you goats in the chat. Make sure you guys like the stream. Thank you for being here.
Let's go.
Yeah, big shout outs to the chat. Lots of love coming in already.
Exactly. Already some goats. And guys in the chat, if you are a member of the Discord, you still have time to get your bingo card in. We will be reading them out. If they're in there before the stream ends, we'll read them on stream. So make sure you're in the Discord, in the link. Yeah, we'll try our best. But I already see some goats in the chat. We got Dexter, big friend of the channel, the Will of Dreams, StrawHatKufi, Brandon King, the Goat Time Lord himself, BK. Yes, we got some goats in this chat right now.
We also have some text-based ones as well that aren't drawn up yet. We're going to talk about at the end as well.
Yes, yeah. If you can't get the full bingo card done and you just do like a text list with the same amount as the bingo card, we'll read those off as well. Yeah. So boys, where are we starting?
Real quick, just to make sure that anybody who is joining in knows, link in the description for the Discord, for the Eternal Dawn Discord, and in the Dawn Plus category, there is a full channel dedicated to bingo. So go ahead and drop them in there if you got them, and we appreciate you for being here. Yeah, where to start?
That is the
I
question.
have yours ready to pull up, my friend.
Mine? We can start with the captains.
Yep.
Oh, captain. Yeah. Okay. Well, captain, my captain.
Let me know when you have it on screen, and I'll go ahead and start reading mine out.
You can go right ahead. It's already up there, my friend.
Go! Huge. All right, so first square. I think we all saw this coming. Everyone knows me. I have a big agenda when it comes to Frankie. Frankie gets the pawpaw. There's a lot of... The theories, in my opinion, are neck and neck. It's either Vivi or Frankie. I'm always rooting for my cyborg man. Or Nac and Nac, exactly. But I really think he's getting the pawpaw. There's a lot of paw iconography that shows up in Frankie's extended material, such as like when he drops his fist to make his gun. Originally, there was a paw there. Same 4 paw prints that matches the ancient kingdom that was sunken in the cover story. Like, there's... a lot of bear iconography around Frankie in the cover stories and color spreads. So there's a lot of evidence there, right? That Frankie's going to get the pawpaw. I thought it was going to happen last year, especially with Kuma being so prevalent in the story again. But I'm glad, I'm banking on this one, guys. It was on my last bingo card. He made it to this one as well.
Frankie with the pawpaw.
He's going to let it ride.
Exactly. Let it ride, baby. Next up, Loki is a good guy. I think this is a pretty common theory right now. especially with how quick Luffy was to leave out the information of who he went and saw and what the agreement they have is and whatnot. Luffy doesn't lie very often, and when he does, he uses that very telling whistle face. We did not see that from him. So whatever Loki told him, it's something that has to happen, in my opinion. Yeah. Next up, Sanji unlocks Conqueror's Haki.
Wow.
I think this is a pretty obvious choice in my opinion.
This year?
He's a prince. Yeah. I thought he was going to do it last year on Egghead, man. With all the 5 elders showing up and stuff. I really thought he was going to unlock it. But I think with him being a prince... yeah, exactly. He's the last of the monster trio. Well, he's number 4 now. Sorry. Jinbei's there now, buddy. But you know, he's the last of the monster trio original monster trio, not the new one. To not have it, right? Zoro has it, Luffy has it, and Sanji is the only one of those two who was born into royalty. And I know that doesn't necessarily mean you're a conqueror, but like he has that conqueror's blood in him.
Yeah,
right?
Let's not forget the infamous him looking at the cooking book, but it doesn't say cooking; it says cocking. You know,
yeah,
pause.
I was avoiding that.
I got your back, Captain.
Yes. First,
I don't know. I'm here for it if it happens, but I don't need that. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue.
Yeah, I got to shout Will of Dreams in the chat. It's like if he was forced to or leaves Gerd's breast, then he can, no problem. Like,
I was gonna mention
you don't have to.
Yeah, Nack was like, please don't. Listen, it should have been me. Fourth in the first row is Shiki's return. I'm not going to spend that much time on this one. This is a very common theory. I think it's on quite a few of these bingo cards. The flags are there. A lot of the animals from Strong World showed up in Elbath. Like, the signs are there. Next up is Kuma's death. I am too. I really am. Last one in the first row is Kuma's death. I think that we all see this coming. Hopefully he lives on in some sort like we saw with Vegapunk and is, maybe able to transport his consciousness into S-Bear or something of the effect, but I really think the original body will pass, and that's how number 1 will happen. Frankie gets the pawpaw. Let's go.
Cool.
Second row, Goldberg has a homie shield. I think this one's pretty obvious as well. Like, look at that thing. It's got the face. It's got the tongue. It sleeps. Like, I think in the last chapter, Vex, you pointed this out. It was asleep on his back. And
it's almost confirmed now.
He has ties to... Yeah, well, he has ties to Big Mom. They were friends as children. He was in that.
If it's not a homie, it could be maybe a devil fruit. So this one isn't like a shoe-in, but there's something fishy there for sure.
There's
so I like this one.
Yeah, exactly. Next up, Ancient Kingdom reveal. With the recent chapter, the best chapter of the year, maybe even best One Piece chapter of all time. Robin reuniting with Saul. Listen, Robin's my girl. She's my favorite character. I've said it 100 times. I'll say it 100 more. That chapter meant so much to me. But I think with her being there, the library's there, and she knew that the the Scholars of Ohara had already found out the name of the Ancient Kingdom. If all of their texts are there, even the ones she wasn't specifically allowed to, that we were told about, that she was not allowed to look at as a little girl, that right there spells Ancient Kingdom revealed to me.
Like location-wise, or like telling the world about
just
it?
Like it. The name of it is what a lot of people are thinking.
Okay, I got you.
That could literally happen. That could literally happen next chapter. Like,
you're not wrong.
Which is crazy. Yeah. But if it does happen next chapter, that's still 2024. And you can never cross this off for your 2025 bingo piece.
Listen, there's 2 of them that I don't necessarily need this to be the name of the ancient. I think we're just gonna get information about the Ancient Kingdom this year for sure. Like, that's why I left it very ambiguous, because we could get the name, we could get some more of Joy Boy's lore. But yeah, next up, Uranus reveal. I have a very hot take on this actually. I think Loki's devil fruit is Uranus.
Crazy.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's a machine. I think it's more of the living component, like we saw with Shirahoshi. We do know that the world government does not have a ancient weapon. It has something akin to an ancient weapon, something that Vegapunk created, right? From what we understand.
Or at least it's
I could
or a
see
fourth one.
multiple
Or a fourth one.
interpretations. Yeah.
Or a fourth one, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm sorry. I think that for the longest time I thought it was the egg on Roger's ship, like that was a big bird. But I think with
Shout
how
out to Big
prevalent,
Bird.
yeah, shout out to Big Bird. That's my homie right there.
Shout out to Big Bird. You know?
Rest in peace, Mr. Hooper.
Oh,
Anyway,
bro.
yeah, there's something about it. Like I've said that what made me get into this line of thinking is that his tattoos and what we've seen of them so far, they look like almost a Mesoamerican depiction of a rock or a thunderbird. Very segmented and spread out. But yeah, something about that big bird and then Uranus, like, and how we've all thought about it, like the bird iconography that everyone associates with Uranus because the god of the sky. Just something about it. Like
Hashtag
I
Big
think we're
Bird in
gonna
the
get
chat.
no buff. Yeah, hashtag Big Bird in the chat, y'all. Next up, Robin learns armament hockey. I mean,
Learns or just like shows us she's always had it and she's just been
She
keeping it
might have
secret.
had it. Yeah.
either or. She might have had it, yeah. Like, either way, I just
I
need
love
the
it.
reveal that she has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine she like puts out like 20 hands and then all of them like bust out the dragon claw and she's got like Rio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, oh my god. One man
That would be
army.
insane. That would be insane. Instead of cracking Jesus Burgess' skull, she cracks his whole body like that. Let me show you my friend Sabo Tabi. Next up is Moria returns. Vex,
Let's
Respect.
you and I are both on this. Yeah, we are both on this.
baby.
There's too much pointing towards it. The warlords are becoming more prevalent, especially with Cross Guild and the Seraphim, which we know there is a Seraphim. And his ship, Thriller Bark, was not at Hachinosu when Garp went there, which means that he escaped at some point. Or was it? No, it was there when Garp went there, but not later. I don't know. All I know is it's
Correct.
left Hachinosu. Yeah.
It's gone. Yeah.
That is, yeah,
It is
it could
gone.
be anywhere.
Moria,
It could literally
Corona
be
escape.
anywhere.
it could be on Elbath, pulling up to Elbath. We don't know. I mean, there's that misty, sleeping mist outside of Elbath that Thriller Bark loves fog. Let's go. But yeah, I think Moria. This is almost guaranteed. Like Shiki is guaranteed to me. I'm not gonna lie. Next up, a giant with a Logia. I think the line in Dressrosa that Hajirden said when wanting the Mira just points to this being a possibility in the story that we'll see this arc. I don't know necessarily though if it's gonna be Loki's fruit, but I would love for Loki not to have a mythical zone, even if I miss out on one of my bingo squares for it. Just Hajirden, because he says, "Have you ever seen a giant with?" Indicating that they're unstoppable, and it took all of the Elbath warriors to stop Loki, so maybe he has a Lokia.
Interesting.
Interesting.
A Lokia.
Absolutely.
A Lokia. A Lugia. The Pokemon.
Nice to see another Logia, but I was thinking about this the other day, and perhaps maybe
What would it
we can
even
touch on
be?
it later, but I think Karasu might already be an Awakened Logia user.
I could see that with how much range
It's a
he
great
has.
take. Yeah, that is a great take.
Well, Vex, obviously it's the resin fruit.
Oh my god, the resin piece.
The resin piece is real. Next up is Usopp's Observation Awakening. I think we all expect Usopp to glow up on Elbath. And it just makes sense that that's the direction he's headed, right? Is he's gonna have some kind of insane observation hockey. It was teased at in Film Bread. We saw it in Dressrosa. We need more Usopp feats. The time has come. Next up is a free space, which I'm counting as Bushido mentions Carrot.
You'll summon him. This is on you.
So next up, Chopper Devil Fruit reveal. So this is another one, like I said, that there's 2 stipulations I would see that I would check this off, and it's that he masters it to a point where he actually fully becomes human, which would be wild, or some kind of awakening. Or it could be that his human fruit is a different model than he thought, which I saw, I believe, on another bingo card as well. The signs are there. Chopper's devil fruit is important. With how coy Oda is every time someone asks about it in SBS or anything, there's definitely more to his fruit than what.
Also, the fact that if you look back in Drama and Flashback, there was also the doctors who might have been looking for his devil fruit.
Exactly. And Blackbeard, who might have been looking for his devil fruit.
Yeah.
I
can see it.
Yeah. Next up, Luffy learns about Garp. I think this is self-explanatory. I mean, he's gonna find out sooner or later that Garp got messed up on Hachinosu.
Absolutely. Another one of Blackbeard's meddling with his family.
Yeah, and if I'm being honest, they've already mentioned, the Giants did that. They get the paper there. They get giant versions of the paper there. All it takes is one paper to update the Hachinosu incident.
Can you imagine how big the news coup has to be to
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that though. I want to see a giant news coup. Right when Luffy learns about Garp. Next up is Frankie and Lilith upgrade the Sunny. This is another one that I think everybody's kind of guessing will happen. It seems to be the natural progression with Vegapunk and Frankie's storyline. Frankie using his shop during the time skip. Now Lilith, part of Vegapunk, is with them. This one just makes sense. Next up, Usopp trains with the Giants. This is another one that I think a lot of people are expecting. Like, a lot of people.
You're not supposed to take 2 free spaces, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, Reg in the chat, let's go.
I see it, brother. We got your card coming up soon.
For sure, for sure.
Next up, Moria and Dofi join Cross Guild. I had this on my list last year as well, but it was just Dofi joins Cross Guild. In Chapter 0, Shiki thing right here, right? Shiki reference. In Chapter 0, we see a panel that specifically showed Moria, Crocodile, Buggy, Mihawk, and Dofi at Gold Roger's execution. And I'm just saying,
Roger.
I did. Gold Roger's execution. So I'm just saying, future hints at foreshadowing for Cross Guild's full lineup. I'd like to believe so, especially since we got that concept art with Perona and Cross Guild. It's right there. Next up, Bon Clay returns. I just need this to happen.
Hang in there, man. Hang in there. Let's go.
Oh. Next up, Scopper arrives. I also think this is pretty common take. Yeah, because a lot of people are saying, if the silhouette's not Shiki, it's Scopper. Like,
I want to see
hedging your bets there. If it's not Shiki, at least you still get this square.
Yeah,
what if it's what if there's both at Elbaf and you get like?
Oh my God, they're twins.
Crazy. No. That's not what I said. But okay.
Just like Shanks and Shiv.
Oh my goodness.
Nami gets an upgrade. I've said this 100 times before. I think if Usopp gets stronger, so will Nami. I think making making the weakling trio ready for the final war will be a big part of Elbaf. Entirely. That's why I think I think Chopper is going to get a devil fruit reveal or something like that. Usopp's getting all kinds of shit. I think Nami's going to get some kind of upgrade. I think that Usopp and Nami will learn to Hukaku sovereignty. I really do. I didn't put it on my bingo card because I don't this year, but I think that will be what the Giants teach them, because they fight together quite often and they're always together during arcs. Next up, hedging my bets even more, Rouge returns.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We're trying to get a bingo here, I'd imagine. Like, you don't have to.
Yeah, I am.
You don't have to say, I'm hedging my bets.
We're playing the game, Like, we're playing the game.
Exactly.
Let's go. Let's see him come back.
Next square also could be considered a free space, because this is going to happen in Elbaf. It might not be this year. upcoming year, but it will happen. Luffy frees Loki. I really think this is going to go down, especially with how mysterious they're being about the terms of their agreement and everything. So we'll see.
His name is Rhodey. I don't know.
Yeah, Rhodey.
I don't know what you're
Rhodey
reading,
frees
but
Loki.
Straw Hat Rhodey. You know?
Yeah. That would make my name Straw Hat Rufus.
Rufus.
Yeah. Next up, Sogeking returns. Nac, I've spit with you about this. I really think that part of Usopp's dream coming true, which I think it will on Elbaf, will be him having to recognize himself as a brave warrior of the sea. I think donning the Sogeking mask back in, and I know it's blasphemous to insinuate that Usopp and okay, I know it's blasphemous, but
okay.
I think donning the Sogeking mask one more time to try to capture that feeling of bravery will show him he doesn't need it anymore. But
and yeah, I'd
at
love
the
to
same
see
time,
him. I'd love to see him, all jokes aside, wear it and have it broken and realize that it's just a mask.
And Luffy and Chopper see him as well, and they realize that it was Usopp the whole time. The brave warrior of the sea, Usopp.
I thought he was just pretending to be Sogeking coming up. I didn't think you were going
full
on saying that the Sogeking from Enies Lobby is Usopp.
This is blasphemy. I thought we were trying to win bingo. This is crazy.
Yeah. BK, Rufus like the naked mole rat, yes, but also Rufus from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure as well.
Rufus.
Yeah. Last up on my bingo card, a Loki flashback. I really think that this is also a no-brainer. It seems like something big is going to happen with Hyjruden and Loki, especially with them being brothers. I think we're just now scratching the surface of this relationship, and I cannot wait to see how it plays out in juxtaposition to how Luffy is with his brothers. I think there's a big opportunity for a lot really, really solid parallels here.
I agree. I think that one's basically as close to a free space as you get also, but maybe it doesn't happen in 2025. Maybe it happens this next chapter, which is still 2024. Who knows? I'm going to make that joke several times this stream, so just keep laughing because it's always going to be funny, but really spicy takes here. I'm a fan of some of this stuff. Yeah, like I vibe with a lot of it. I like your approach. You tried to, keep some of it riding from your last year's bingo card and then spice it up with a little bit of more current theories and then some stretch, some stuff that's kind of far out there. This is a solid bingo card. I just really wish you would have centered your text, man.
Hey.
It's
a solid card. We're going to a fan card next, or sorry, a community card next, and it's going to be BK.
A fan letter? Sorry.
BK?
BK. Appreciate you for always being in the chat, man.
Yes, sir.
Lucas, you're good at reading these off, right?
Said,
he
made it all in different colors, each row. I love that. Thank you.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Yeah, it's really pretty. First up on BK's card, Big Mom reappears in Elbaf. Yes.
Respect it.
Yes. I love this. I've been saying for months now. Luffy promised to kick her ass, and he still hasn't kicked her ass, so it's got to happen.
Yep.
Kube, you were going to say something?
No, I said hell yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a solid start. Next up is Loki has the mythical Jumanji for Jormungand. Is that? Oh, Jormungandr. Okay, I see it. Yeah, I didn't see the DR.
The world serpent.
Jormungandr. Yes, the world serpent. I like that as well. That's.
That would be next level. And imagine the.
Well, think about
the
Nola,
shame
dude.
Kaido would feel then. Be like, oh, I was just a
not
normal
only that, but
dragon.
Nola. Think about Nola and Skypiea. And,
no doubt.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like that would be such a fifth dimension foreshadow if that was the case. Luffy's new bounty is revealed to be 4.444 billion.
We're thinking the same thing, BK. I said at least 4 billion plus, but yeah, he's not getting that 56 until the last update to his bounty.
Agreed. Next up, Enel returns on Elbath. The only reason I did not put this on my sheet is because I had so many. This person comes back in Elbath. But yeah, I think it just makes so much sense. Elthor, like the Nordic mythology inspiration to the Arc Maxim, which we saw a ship that looked remarkably like the Arc Maxim in the last chapter with the oars that sailed through the sky.
Absolutely.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, Usopp gets a new hammer weapon. I've been spitting for months about Usopp lifting mule. So this I love.
Yeah, you're spoiling like most of my card with your first line even. It's good to see though, man. It's awesome.
Next up, the Sunny gets upgraded, changed, or fixed. I like this a lot as well. It was on my card. It makes sense. See,
it was one.
This is good
from Egghead. Yeah, from Egghead, all of the 2024 bingo cards, the Sunny like mecha or like Gundam like agenda was so big then, and it.
Oh yeah.
With Lilith traveling with us, it's still alive. So I think this is a huge one. A lot of people believe in.
Let's get some flying ships going.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, I think that the Straw Hats are going to circumnavigate the globe again, just like Roger did, before the end of the story, in like a speed trial. And the only way to do that is with a flying ship.
Oh, that'd be incredible.
Vivi returns to the crew. Might as well put a free space, brother.
I wouldn't say that because that could take another couple years. No, he might drag that out. Could.
Yeah,
but
because we know she has
BK,
the SLR,
I have the same predictions. Again.
You guys as well. Don't get upset with Lucas. We all know Lucas doesn't like Vivi, so.
Ooh.
I love Vivi. What are you talking about? She's like the 10th straw. She is the 10th straw hat in my eyes. Like what? Cube with a slander, I swear. Are you saying this because I said that the scene of her getting punched in Alabasta needs to be in the live action?
That's exactly what he's saying.
Wait, there's a live action?
Oh my god! Let me tell you about it. Next up, another one that is a crossover with my list, and that is Robin gets armament hockey. Same train of thought, baby. I just need to see.
We need it.
Yeah, I need to see a single
that's
floor.
That's the one major weakness of her devil fruit is she still takes the pain of her like grown appendages, but if she can like vulcanize them, ain't no weakness, baby. She cracked.
Demon level. Next up, another crossover with my own. Uranus gets revealed. Like I said, I think this is a common. I would love to know in the chat, BK, what you're thinking Uranus is. Really. Next is Escroc has Ivankov's fruit. I've not seen this take in so long, but I love it. Like, I remember when Escroc was first revealed with the Dofi Seraphim and everything. Everyone was like, it looks like a little girl, not, a little crocodile. And I love the idea of them having the horn fruit. Like,
oh, hey, JJ, insane. Shout out. JJ in the chat.
What's up?
But I agree, yeah.
Where's group 2?
Hey.
We'll be back Tuesday, I believe.
Hell yeah. But
hell yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Randy who was the first person who I saw like a pretty well structured like video going over the S-Croc like theory. I could be wrong. Let me know in the chat if I'm wrong. But I remember really vibing with it. I think that's a really phenomenal theory. And I was hoping we'd get more from Cross Guild and like those specific 3 seraphs that we haven't really seen, last year. So if we don't this next coming year, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like,
yeah. Especially since they were on their way to Empty Bluff. Like we never got the payoff for that yet.
And we got this massive like cliffhanger of like they don't have they don't all have devil fruits representative of their models. You know what I mean?
for
I
sure.
want to see that.
BK put in the chat to answer your question, Lucas. So he thinks that it could be something like the Arc Maxim, which is, I've seen that being spit a couple times as far as like what Uranus is, like what it is or like what it's comparable to and things like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, so do I. Very, very solid pick. The point of High West is connected to Elbaf. I gotta shout out the homie Grand Line, the doctor of the crew. He has a whole theory video on this. Go check that out after the stream, of course. But yeah, I'm sold on this as well. Especially like the village I think that they just got to, right, was the West Beach or something, like the West Port or something like that.
It's true. Yep.
He has another crossover with my list, but he's very specific with this one. The ancient kingdom's name is revealed to be Shinokuni.
Wow.
I remember hearing BK spit about this like over a year ago. I love the agenda and I love that you're sticking to it.
Respect.
I don't really I'd rather leave my opinion on it open-ended, but I see you standing on this with all 10 toes and I respect that.
What does Shinokuni mean?
Land of the Dead. It's the name of Caesar's poison from so Shinokuni.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's spicy. I like that.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
If
really
you're
solid.
willing to stand on it so specifically, I suspect you have great reasoning for it.
Fully respect it. I like it a lot. Again, I could see it being a few other things, but let it ride, brother. I'm here for it.
Yeah, let it ride. Like me with that pawpaw fruit. Zingy in the chat, I saw too that Uranus is. Then we have the free space. Then Yggdrasil falls or catches fire. I like this. I like this a lot too. I think Ragnarok is definitely going to go down in Elbaf. Very prominent theme of that happening, in my opinion. Doflamingo escapes Impel Down. Let's go. I had this on my 2024 bingo card. BK, you're spitting on this, man. I'm not going to like. I am here
to win.
They're absolutely fair.
Yeah, you're trying to win.
Yeah.
He's trying to win.
3 bingos.
Exactly. Listen to this next one. This is basically a free space. Luffy learns he's Nika. I love this, especially if he disproves that Loki is the sun god by proving that he's like.
He's not going to believe it. He might learn it.
He's not going to believe it at first,
but he's not going to accept it. But I love it.
Next up, Akainu finally makes a move. Finally, desk piece.
That's a stretch, BK. That's a stretch.
That's the only one I'm not believing in.
No. I can totally see it. Akainu's gonna go from his office to the bathroom.
He's gonna pull a Magellan.
Go get a snack from the vending machine.
Yo.
Crazy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Garp's been captured. Speaking of captured, I better go get some rice crackers from the vending machine. Next up, Garling is given Fenrir powers. I like this. I do think that they'll kind of stick to the mythological beings, things like the sandworm and the yokai powers that we've seen so far. But I mean, a god's pet is definitely a mythological being in some regards. Like, and I like this better than Loki having a Fenrir, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, yes, of course. I think Loki is more like symbolically like Fenrir in the story. I don't think it needs to be a literal fruit, but I like the idea of a Garling with a werewolf type form.
Yeah, like a
make a lot of sense
or something.
I won't lie. I especially the whole Shank stuff. I would be more interested to see a Garling with a mythical rat zone.
Yes!
No way. Leave him alone.
I love this next one too. Leave Shakes alone. Rat. We finally get to see a Logia awakening. Nack, you were just talking about Karasu possibly being an awakened Logia. I love this. I want to see one so badly, especially with how Punk Hazard is and how everyone believes that that's probably the product of Logia awakenings. Yeah. I would love. I live to see that kind of stuff.
We got a couple more goats showing up in the chat. Shout out Kush Daddy and Kusoland. Nice to see you guys.
Kush Daddy,
The
Kuso.
boys, Kusolando.
Yeah, just
next
a
up,
reminder to some of the goats that just showed up. If you get your bingo card submitted in the Eternal Dawn Discord, link in the description before the end of the stream, we're gonna try our best to make sure we read some of them out.
Yes. Next up, we see more Smoker and Toshigi. I hope. I need Smoker to do anything. More so than Aokiji. Or not Aokiji, Akainu. Like, I need Smoker to be present. He was set up to be Smoker the Chaser, you know, the Marine that's going to follow Luffy and be his arch rival kind of thing, besides Kobe. And no, we've barely seen anything of him since the time skip.
It is true. You're right with that. He's a bit
Yeah.
Smoker is a bit the Frankie that is not part of the Straw Hat anyway. You know, he's
Oh
there,
my
but
God.
we get nothing out of him.
Listen here. Listen here.
Calm down. Don't take the bait, Lucas.
Ooh, I'm a deep breath. Next up, a Davy back fight. I love this.
Let's
I personally
go.
think
We need-
think that's how they'll play Shanks for his Poneglyph. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying we need it. Like, I need another Davy back. Please give me. Like,
People
we're so close to Hachinosu
I-
too, which is supposedly
I-
where they were originated. Like, let's get it.
People
I
gotta
won't
stop
lie.
brushing over Long Ring Long Land for that fact.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and I would rather, like I said, people are talking about Blackbeard Pirates versus Straw Hats or Red Hair versus Straw Hats. I want it to be Crosskill versus Straw Hats, especially if the Mr. Two, if Buggy does go save Mr. Two, it'll be the best way to get Mr. Two under Luffy's wings afterwards. You know, it to be Crosskill versus Straw Hats. That would be such a good goated.
Yeah, that would be peak. Next up, we get the full Rocks flashback. Please, I need Rocks
Yeah.
D Buggy confirmed, like, so badly.
Rocks D
next up-
Buggy.
Yeah, I had to bring it up. Dude. Next up, Emu nukes another island. What do you mean another island?
Yeah,
Shout
did
out
Emu raise-
Shady,
did Emu
first
ever
time-
nuke-
That
did
never
Emu-
happened.
First
Never
time catching a
happened.
live stream. Shady, nice to see you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
But yeah, that never happened. We've never seen that before. That's crazy that you would say that. Like,
Mhm.
That country never existed. Next up, we see the man marked by flames. I love this take. I need to know who it is. I have to ask BK since you're in the chat. Bro. Do you think it's the silhouette we're seeing Elbaf right
Yeah, a
now?
lot of people do think that we've already seen them and we'll just have to get a face reveal, like an identity confirmation. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm fully sold on that, but I'm okay if that is what it is, you know. I'm fine.
Yeah,
either
that's
way.
how I am. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm fine either way.
Me and
with it.
Q were talking about it last night. There's a bunch of options to be, and there's a few ways he could go with it, but I'd like to see him soon. It's the last poneglyph.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the last, it's the last piece of the puzzle. And the end is near. We're going to have to get it sooner than later. Next up is Katarina attacks an island as Luffy. This I love.
Crazy.
Especially
Wow, that's a
with
spicy final take.
Yeah, it is. Especially with the news currently portraying Luffy as the one who destroyed Egghead and killed Vegapunk. Like, that is... BK cooked on this. The Gora said keep
Katarina
us
is one
safe.
of the
No, Kush Daddy. No.
No, Kush. No, we're not doing that. But no, Katarina Devon is one of the coolest like end game powers because, like, if Oda wants to like bamboozle us and like, you know, really like pull the wool over our eyes, that's the perfect narrative device within this power system, within this universe. You know, for him to be able to do that at any point in time. I remember when we were at Hachinosu and there were all these like people faking it and like, you know, distracting Kobe and Garp and shit like that. Like, and I'm just, every single one of these people, I was like, don't trust them. It's Devon. And she was elsewhere, but like still the fact that lingering anxiety, you know what I mean? It's like it anywhere involving any Blackbeard crew member, if their whereabouts are not yet confirmed, it could be it could be any one of us, you know.
It could be any one of us.
And think
But
of
like
how
that
the
harkens back
post-time
to
started.
the X Well, the X was like the whole point of the X on their wrists was to prove that they were who they were and not Bon Clay, like an imposter or something like that. So like this could be, and with the X coming back into play with the, I'm sorry, I'm spitting way too hard on this, but I agree. This is a crazy cool take. I love it.
And don't forget how the post timeskip started. There were people posing as the Straw Hats.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
But I could definitely see it.
Oh, that's a
Right.
great parallel. Next up, we're
Absolutely.
going to do another crew bingo card.
Let's go.
Eeny,
Who
meeny,
you picking, Captain?
miny,
Who's
Nack.
it gonna be?
Who's
I
gonna
Let's
be?
go.
am ready to go.
Knack with the heat.
Ooh, I gotta adjust this for you guys. Sorry. Mine is a different aspect
Sorry.
ratio than you guys. But yeah, right off the hop, similar to you, BK, I'm thinking Luffy's getting over 4 billion bounty for sure coming up. And I'm not going to say much else on it. I think everybody is expecting a bounty increase. He just doesn't know it's increased yet. And right into the next one. I think Shanks versus Blackbeard happens this year for sure.
Spicy.
Shanks has
man.
had too many Chad moments recently, too many feel-good moments recently. Everybody thinks he's on the uppity up. We need to be put back in our place that Blackbeard's actually the mastermind of this story.
The top dog. The big
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. Aside from that, go into the next one, and we meet another Lunarian. I've spoke a lot about this the past few months. I've been asking people specifically. Back in the war, let's say the Great War, how do you think anybody would take out an entire race of Lunarians? How does that a species like that go extinct? And I haven't gotten a satisfactory answer, so I think we still got him kicking around. And I think we're going to see him
I
here on
completely
Elbaf.
agree. I
No,
put this
yeah,
on
and
my 2024 bingo card. Sorry, Cube, just to cut in really
Okay.
quickly. I
No,
put this
no,
on my
no, no,
bingo like, card last year because we were at Egghead and there was like, we saw someone world government affiliated experimenting on Albert in the tiny little minuscule kind of flashback we got. And like, I was like very convinced because I don't believe they're all gone either. So I don't know. I took it, spoilers, I didn't include it on this year's bingo card because I just didn't think it was as likely to see them on Elbaf as I did at Egghead, but I'm here for it. I love this, like, absolutely.
Yeah, I need a hidden tribe of
Mhm.
Lunarians. Go ahead, Cube.
Yeah, and for me is and it's very important is Vegapunk based a big part of his studies on Lunarian. And when he found out about King, he said, the Lunarian who escaped all those years ago. And we saw King as a full, at least it seems that he's not a hybrid. He's a full pledge. So at least for Vegapunk's eyes, it's not as extinct as people think it is. So being hidden
Yeah.
in Elbaf would make sense.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
not
Vegapunk
like
don't
losing a
care.
one-of-a-kind species. He's not
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
you know what I mean? You've actually found that thing kind of deal. It's like, oh, yeah, him. He was very
Kind of makes you
casual
think
about
of,
it.
you know, it kind of makes you think of how some people, like in Roger's crew, tell them about Sky people. They'll say, yeah, Sky people. But if you look back in around Jaya, when you talk about
Yes.
Skypea, people are saying, what, Skypea? It doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Absolutely.
I think the same thing.
And going
of
through
sight, out
Elbaf,
of
I
mind.
think they're going to find out the significance of Chopper's fruit, and I do think it's going to
Yes,
be
sir.
revealed to be another Hito along the lines. I probably shouldn't have said Godfrey, should have said more along the lines of mythical, because looking at something like Sengoku's fruit or Luffy's fruit, something along those classifications. But I do think we'll get more information, and we'll also get the Pluton reveal. I think we're going to find out what Pluton is, what it actually is. Not like no assumptions anymore. We'll see the actual weapon, and there'll be no more questions. And that's
Let me
it for my
ask you a
top
question.
row. Yep.
With the Pluton reveal, do you think we're going to get that in this current cover story?
That's yep. Yeah, I'm hoping that like
so
20
we
odd
clip
volumes.
that. There will be no more questions. Let me ask you a question. That's so funny to me.
I'll say this, because if we do get like Pluton in the cover story, I think it'll be like silhouetted. I don't believe we're gonna get the full panel. of Pluton on the cover.
If we
you
get-
just killed me.
if we get Pluton in the cover story, X is gonna implode on itself. Like, let's be real. Like,
But see,
Oh my
I think
goodness.
and
That's for the better.
shout out to Dak, but he's been saying it like the cover story, like where it ends is gonna be in the next chapter. The cover story ends will be referencing the events of it.
Yeah.
okay, no more questions.
All right, going into my second row then, I guess.
Yes,
We'll-
hashtag bingo babes in the chat. Let's go.
Let's go.
we're gonna get the confirmation. Weevil's not a biological son. He's a clone, and I don't think it's a clone of
I need
Whitebeard. I think I got crazy theories about this, but I think it's a clone of Queen. And yeah,
The
Yep.
clone
I
piece
think
is
we'll
real.
I think we'll get that confirmation now. Kids coming back.
Does that make? Hold on, wait. Does that
Anybody?
make Frankie and Weevil brothers?
Don't do this.
It's not always about Frankie, Lucas.
But yeah, any objections to Kid returning? Like, I think that's, you know.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
God.
Okay.
No, I
All right.
think,
Well, yeah.
Lucas, I
I've
hope,
heard
I
so
hope you're,
many
I hope you're kidding.
crazy.
my
I've heard
God.
so many crazy kid theories. People. I'm not gonna name names, but some people think that he's gonna come back and beat Shanks. Some people think he's hanging with Davy Jones, not as like the RIP kind of, but like he's literally actually hanging out with the actual Davy Jones
Davy
of the One
Loans.
Piece verse. Yeah, Davy Loans, as we call him in Group 2. But no, I've heard so many crazy theories. I need him to come back, not because I want him to come back, because I want these theories to stop. That's why.
Kid is the new version of Cobra. Cobra was being, unalived and being resurrected in Furies for 4 years. So Kid is the
For
same.
4
same thing.
years. Yeah, we might not get
Brutal.
it in 2025. Like, that's crazy.
But I think, Nack, this is your take on the whole Kid thing. Through the Kid storyline, we're gonna find out that Shanks defeated him, beat him up, and then where there's an underground tunnel, underwater tunnel.
No.
Like,
I gotta. That is
Secret
not my take.
tunnel.
That is not my take.
Secret tunnel.
so-
I do believe
Yeah.
that was actually Paravision who spoke that the first time.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like that idea with Kid. That
Ooh, yes. BK said Davy the Well, Lafro Tail. Let's go,
I'm
baby.
here for it.
I
I'm
am
here
too,
for
yeah,
it. If
But yeah, so after, I think that's a fair take. Kid returns anyway. I also think we're gonna see a civil war between giants, either like politically or like ideologically, but there's gonna be conflict between two groups of giants on Elbaf, much like the Fishman Island setup.
we're gonna have Captain Elbaf and drunken Iron Man, like liquor iron ore or whatever. Like, I don't know. Captain
I'm
Elbaf
here
is
for
great.
that.
That could be
I
your
am
boy.
here for
That could
that.
be your boy
Did you know-
Goldberg with the shield. You know.
Did you know he killed my father? Hydrant's liquor
And
iron.
also Cheeky on Elbaf, much like other people have said. But
Yes,
the
sir.
I
spiciest
think
take
that's-
here in this line is
Somebody
the hunting
count
game.
how many bingo cards have Shiki on Elbaf. I'm so sorry, but like somebody keep track of that because that's
We're
we
3
need
for
that
3
info.
right now.
I think so, yeah. I think so. But I do think finding out about another hunting game would be pretty cool. Either happening currently or like an event we know of. We learn that was an actual hunting game. We get more context too.
It happens every 3 years, so I think we're 1 year off because
Yeah.
God Valley was 38 years ago, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it'll be
So maybe
But-
soon.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe
or
soon.
like
But listen, a
the
lot of
information
people
of
speculate
Nami's past.
that I was about to say
Yeah.
Boycott Kingdom was a hunting game, so it could be that's how we learn of Nami's past or another hunting. So I like
Yeah.
this pick. I like this pick a lot.
Yeah, so that's my second row. There will be no questions. And starting with row 3, we
I have a
got
question.
skinny. We got skinny queen, man.
Yeah,
I
we don't
need
that.
this.
Zoom in, zoom in,
I
zoom in,
need
zoom
this.
in, zoom in, zoom
Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in.
in.
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah.
I love it. This was also on my bingo card last year. Like, I would love to see this.
Let's do it.
I feel
It'd be
Queen
hilarious.
should take the boat of no return that Orochi and Saturn took at one point.
I don't care if he even shows up just to get beat up again. I just need to see Skinny Queen.
Oh, that would be nice. Actually, you know what? Actually, you gave me an idea.
Crazy.
Skinny Queen that gets beat up. You know what? I like that.
He's
like
a
that.
skinny queen.
Oh god.
Bro. So I made the joke a long time ago before we got the SBS with his like name, and like before we knew his name was Cyan, I called him like Fred D. Mercury.
That's pretty good actually. Ancient Kingdom reveal, location wise, I think that's pretty fair. Other people, I've seen a lot of like just general name reveals. So I tried to make it a bit more unique. We have to get the location for me to get my bingo square this time, but yeah. And Morgan's betrays Vivi. I know everybody's gonna hate me for it, but yeah. Morgan's betrays Vivi.
Is your free space Lucas mentions Frankie?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it can be. There's a few things going around right now.
I won't lie, Eric. As you know, people who are outside of the Straw Hats, I really love Vivi a lot, and I love Big News Morgan a lot. So I felt attacked by that last bingo, personally.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I purposely put it there to hurt your feelings, so.
Yeah, you've angered Big Scoop Cube.
Big Scoop Cube.
And Loki's got a hammer. We've seen it a couple chapters ago, and I think that's gonna be named Mjolnir, just for the symbolic reference. Yep, that's not on my bingo card, but yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Honestly, I want his hammer to be named. What was it? How did Usopp name his fake hammer? 100-ton hammer or 1-ton hammer? I want it to be named that way. It would be so funny.
And Usopp lifts some actual 100-ton hammer. I'm in.
Yeah. And he just named it the 100-ton hammer. You know, showing, you know, like pushing him more into the whole, you know, Usopp arc with Elbaf.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. That'd be awesome. So that's my third row.
Good pick.
Pretty.
No more questions.
Yeah, no more questions. I'll keep the meme going. And
I have a question. No.
Dragon at God Valley confirmation. I'd love to see
Yes.
it. It's kind of attached to learning more about Dragon this year, and it's my prediction on what we're going to get. I don't think we're going to get much present action, but maybe some motivations for Dragon this year. It'd be awesome.
I love this.
If we
Dragon
got
pieces
anything
coming.
more than ... I'm here for it, and that even includes if we get ... either way, progress. Yeah.
Wait. What if you should have put on here? Dragon looks east.
I'm
that's a free
trying to
space.
avoid free spaces. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then I say that as I put Yoru's return in the next slot.
Yeah. I think that's 3 for 3 as well right now.
Yeah. We need the Mad Monk back. He's the only one we're missing. He's the most mysterious of the bunch. Super cool character. And we know he's from Burka. And Burka seems to be connected to the lore of Elbaf in some way. All seems to be pointing to our boy.
Could tie
Yeah,
into
and with
the High West as well.
Right.
And with Hairdaws specifically being in communication with Vegapunk, and we saw him at the end after reaction piece, like when the Cloud Loft technology flew away, and we still have Lilith with us. You're absolutely right. Burka stocks are going crazy right now.
Yeah, agreed. Frankie gets an upgrade. I think we're all here
It's
for
about
it.
time.
Be nice to see.
I mean,
It was almost a perfect bingo, dude, honestly. And then you had to measure Frankie. Come on, man.
Well, if anybody on the crew deserves an upgrade, I think it's Frankie.
Yes, sir.
Oh, definitely. Especially like in Egghead, when he talked about the anti-gravity technology, you could see his gears spinning. So I wanted to happen soon.
My man is
well,
cooking in his brain.
Yeah, that was one thing that was really exciting last year, but never came to fruition.
Yeah, I have no comment on this one.
Yeah, so on to the next one. Usopp rallies a group of giants to battle. I'm not being particular about this. Doesn't even have to be a big war, but Usopp convinces some giants of their values when they're in crisis.
Plot twist.
It's basically what I'm
Serve-
thinking.
It's Serve Village all over again. The only
And
people
Ennie's
he's able
lobby.
to gather is the kids. That would be
Yeah.
hilarious.
And Ennie's lobby when he really turned the table with Oimo and Kashi.
Mm-hmm.
Would love to see
that's
something
true.
similar here. And love to see the fourth road poneglyph on Elbaf. It would connect all the poneglyphs to ancient kingdom type locations. And I'm here for it.
Yes, sir. I like that as well.
Yeah. And the real Louis Arnott is confirmed to be the friends we made along the way. No. Starting my
More
next
believable
row,
than
though.
the Frankie ones. More believable than the Frankie ones.
This ties into
Just
what BK threw out there, actually. And I think it's specifically Shirahoshi that Katarina Devon is going after as Luffy. And that's why I was so hyped that he said that, because that's where my head was at with this Blackbeard crew goes after Shirahoshi.
I
think
like that a lot, too. I haven't even thought about that.
that was Madame Charlie's vision, and it's going to come to fruition with that circumstance. Yeah. Impel
just
down
saying, yeah.
breakout. I think we're all waiting for it.
I'm just saying, if Blackbeard goes after Shiroshi, after Bonnie, the allegations of Blackbeard going after miners is going higher. Just saying.
Oh my god.
I should have put
Sorry,
ancient
sorry.
weapon. Just I should have known. Kube. But no,
Sorry,
Impel
sorry, I
down
had to.
breakout is pretty fair. Honestly, I think everybody's waiting for it. I don't.
I
Would be
think everyone's
surprised if we
letting that
don't
one
get it.
ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if not this year, I think it's inevitable before the end of the story. So it's just like, how much longer do we think One Piece is gonna go? You know, like
Yeah.
type of thing.
Absolutely.
Buggy is like Usopp. When they say things, it is going to happen, and he promised to come back to Fremont Clay, so it is coming.
This is true.
Buggy said it. Yeah, Buggy is like
Yeah.
Usopp. It will
That
happen.
is true. And we got Katakuri goes after Pudding. Oh yeah, this is hopeful wish.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't a prediction. This is a prayer.
A plead.
Yeah, please.
A plea to-
Can you do something? But yeah, the last two I
Would
have,
you?
I actually have like real crazy spice that I think could go behind it.
No, the Katakuri versus going after Pudding makes so much sense, and I wanted that he goes with Brulee, especially with her fruit, because they seem to tag a lot and like they were the two of them where you saw like the family component and that crew.
I've seen a lot of cat sympathizers out there saying, Mama told him to hold down the fort, but I'm not buying it, man. Like, this is crazy. His whole family's falling
confused on-
apart, and he's still just standing there like...
Cube, who are you talking about?
Brulee. You don't know who
You
Brulee
mean
is?
Branch?
Bro.
I call her Brulee.
I should have known where
I
that was
respect
going.
her.
Hey, shout out
She's a
Cody in the
queen.
chat.
I'm
Hey,
respecting
Cody!
her. Cody. Yeah, but it would be so beautiful, if it's those two who are leading the fort to go get Pudding, especially with her fruit. That would be so helpful.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Her fruit
Yeah.
is actually wild
Dude, it's cheated.
for the end
It's a
game.
cheated fruit.
And my last two picks are they could actually be tied, but I think Wano's walls fall, and I think there's another use of whatever weapon that was on Leloucia.
You know
Probably
what?
both.
And that's what I'm thinking it's tied together. But I got
I
an
would have put
idea
those
to
in a
talk
different
about
row,
that.
buddy.
Yeah. We'll talk about the theory about how the government's actually going to break down Wano's walls another time, but yeah.
Interesting.
I like that. Very interesting. Next, since you're already reading, why don't you read out the next one?
Yeah, let's go with
yeah.
another community member.
Do Reg next.
Reg.
Reg in the chat right now.
Let's go.
Which one is Regis?
Distorted future, baby.
Here you
Think
go,
next.
my man. Yeah, I got it. Right here. So, a Rouge arc for your first slot. So this is, I guess, just Rouge comes back again. Pretty fair.
Yeah.
Pretty fair guess.
Yeah.
Lilith builds flying machines. That's an interesting take on the upgrade to the Sunny, unless you're just referring to in general, which would be even more badass.
Very spicy with what we saw in the last chapter
Yeah.
as well. Like
Those eyes lit up.
Yeah, her and Frankie.
Yeah.
Hardliner Giants ruling Elbaf framed Loki.
Ooh.
I'm not
That's
sure I
interesting.
understand the context of that.
Like
Can you explain?
Hyjuden in them. Like Ja Rule in them.
Oh,
Yarl,
okay.
whatever is that Yarl, I think is actually
Okay.
how to- not
Yeah,
Ja.
yeah.
No, it's
Baby!
actually it's Ja Rule actually.
Yeah. Let me
Wait,
know
wait.
about my baby. Let me tell you
Hey,
about
wait.
my baby.
So if you're telling me that if Ja Rule, framed Loki, would that make Loki the 50 Cent of that universe? I'm all for it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god.
goodness. Okay, next. Zoro versus Green Bull. This would be an awesome fight. But I don't know
He's gonna
how.
get
Be
washed.
pretty
How
sick.
fast
yeah,
we'll see
however
this.
We frame it.
Yeah. Vivi arrives is fantastic. Can't have it. You'll never get an argument with me. Yeah, I think it's about time.
Vivi.
Couple years
The
overdue, in
princess will
fact.
be- The true princess will be back.
This one is
Princess
incredibly
Frankie.
interesting. I haven't seen anybody say this, but Luffy talks with the Atom Tree.
Super
Ooh.
spicy. Like that's
Yeah.
That is
crazy.
insane.
I love it.
Yeah, I haven't heard
Oh.
that yet. That is wild, brother.
Pocahontas style.
Fantastic. I'd love to see
Disney
it.
piece coming in play.
Oh, we got some context from Reg. Loki wasn't the one to kill King Harold, and yeah, that makes okay. They framed
Yeah.
Loki for that. All right, gotcha. Yeah, no, I think we will find a
I
lot more
vibe
out
with it.
about that story.
Yeah.
Location of the final road poneglyph revealed. Absolutely, man. I'm here for that. A time capsule arc. Again, I think I'd need a little context, but
It could
I
be on
think
the whole,
that's referring to the time skip on Elbaf theory, as in that
Yeah.
the Elbaf time moves differently than the time outside of it.
Dilation.
okay,
Yeah, time dilation.
okay,
Yeah.
right.
Like
I've
the
seen this
hyperbolic,
floating around the
time
Discord.
chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Links will be in
hyperbolic
description to the
Elbaf
Discord,
chamber.
by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. Impel down 2.0. Same.
Let's
same.
go, baby.
Yeah. Let's
yes,
go.
Let's go.
Yes.
And conclusion of Bartholomew Kuma's arc. I think
Yes, sir.
you alluded to that
Rip.
too, didn't you, Cap?
Yes, sir. I did. I think it's a very important thing that we need to see in the story, especially to kind of wrap up what Bonnie's going to be doing with the Straw Hats,
Yeah.
or without the Straw Hats, depending on how that goes.
Yeah.
Fair.
I won't lie. I do want Kuma to live a bit longer, to have a good life. Number one, number two, so like this Frankie doesn't get his fruit.
I'll remember this when you're sitting here spitting on Sabo later. I'll remember all of this.
Usopp gets a new power up. Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
River
Go,
stick
baby!
stuff. That's another. That's a pretty
I
cool
like
take.
this. I
I'd
need
love to
this for
know
Brooke.
more.
I need this for Brooke specifically. Because being the ferryman, that's totally a Brooke thing. Like, look at him. Look
Yeah,
at him.
let's hear some more. Yeah, let's go. One Piece World's Ymir reveal. Interesting. So like,
That's like the father of giants. Like
Yeah, like-
the first
Okay,
giant,
okay,
basically.
yeah.
yeah,
Okay, thanks. I forgot about Ymir.
No sweat.
It's
I got you, Brady.
his body created the world, which we've seen a body create an island in Onigashima.
right.
And in Naninmanui Island, the goldfish that pooped in island.
Yeah.
My
I thought you were
favorite
saying
vacation
Minnie
location.
Manoi. I'm not gonna lie.
Nanimo.
And there's
Hashtag
definitely
favorite
something
vacation location.
And there's definitely something off about how Hashinosu was made. It's
Yeah.
a bit different, but there's something off about as well. So yeah, I can see something like that.
Loki versus Usopp would be absolutely wild.
Crazy.
Goated take.
You know, I can actually see that as a standoff of ideals. You know what I mean? As opposed to a physical one-on-one fight. Like, they kind of argue about what it means to be a giant and stuff. And the giants side with Usopp. I would love to see that.
Because then you'd get your Usopp rallies giants, checked
Yeah.
off as well.
Yeah.
Like, I see
Not
you, I
self-serving or nothing.
No. He said, I said no more
family
questions.
making a move. I get it, man. It's a prayer, though. It's not a prediction. And the God Knights attack Elbaf. That's a pretty correct one. I've seen that thrown around. The God Knights are they're going to start off the end game. So that would be the beginning. That would there would be all conflict from there basically.
All I'm gonna say is the Straw Hats are there. The Red Hair Pirates are most likely there. There's the Giants. The God Knights better be strong if they're coming to LVF because they're gonna be getting heat regardless of it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Shiv better pull out all the stops.
Shiv is not a real person. Anyway, Scopper reintroduction. I'm here for it. I need it, actually. We're talking the other night about, all the Roger Pirates and their roles, but specifically how Crocus taught him how to traverse the Grand Line, Rayleigh go underneath the Grand Line, and Scopper needs to show them how to go above the Grand Line. Yep. In this perfect trifecta. Yeah, I love it. Nami gets a new power-up. I can't argue with that. She needs...
Pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
Hagaku sovereignty.
Revolutionary Army intervenes. Yes, hope so.
Yeah, let's go.
They had massive moves the past few years, so...
Except for Sabo, because he doesn't do anything. He's...
Hey, dude.
Oh my god.
Sabo freed Kuma. Well, what did Frankie do?
You mean replacement ace?
Just saying. What did Frankie do? Frankie just talks about Kuma.
Frankie stood up to a
hold on.
5 elder and laughed in his face.
Are we gonna,
no, it's not.
Are we gonna change the title to this stream? Okay, cool.
No, sorry.
But to get back on point, if the God Knights are doing something, I absolutely believe the Revs are doing something. I fully support that. But I would have put these in a different line,
Hedge your bets, my man. Louis face reveal. I'd love it.
The friends we made along the way.
I'd love it, but yeah, we already confirmed that Louis are not as the friends we made along the way. And Harold and Sons flashback. That sounds like a band for some reason to me.
I thought Sanford and Sons or Mumford and Sons.
Yeah, me too. But I get
no,
what you're saying
I like
entirely.
this though. I believe it was on BK's list as well. And I talked about it shortly as well. I need a brother's son flashback for Loki and Hyjurden, in the vein of the ASL flashback. I need to see the parallels. I need Reg. I really, really need this.
I'm loving your list so far, actually, my friend. A lot of people are driving with the story on the same sort of wavelengths, and you can tell. Nico Robin awakening her devil fruit would be fantastic, especially with this little bit of closure she just got.
Yeah.
And a road redemption arc. I don't know if we're gonna get that, my friend.
I don't know if we need that, but
I was waiting for Vex's response to that. I was just waiting.
Either Usopp or if we get somebody I don't know, Sanji, because he's kind of road coded a little bit as well, in that aspect. If we get a full reform, I don't know. I don't know if we need this.
I want him to be the punching bag of the arc. I'm not gonna I think he will. I realistically think he will some kind of redemption, especially if we have a big final fight in Elbaf. But I would also love for him to be comedically them saying, us 4 make up the giant warrior pirate. And he's there's 5 of them.
That is a funny line.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I would love, especially
defending Wano from a threat, though. Not to cut you off, Cube, is his last one. So if you want to just tie that into the conversation.
No, just for the road stuff, I do feel the road storyline would be interesting. And since he does seem to be what you see Rose from the outside is how Usopp sees himself, because the rest of the people don't see Usopp the way Usopp sees himself. He always, shuts himself down he's not that good. So I would rather instead of a full redemption, it's a sort of redemption where Usopp sees his flaw, he sees the flaws that he doesn't have, and can help Rhodes along the way, and then him realizing that he is that guy finally.
Yeah,
and starts limiting himself.
On your last space too, Reg, we did say you got to try to limit your free space. No, no, I really think you're right though. I think we're in the cover story. I think we're about to see
Did
Yamato.
we not already see this? Do you guys not think that Hold'em is a legitimate threat?
Oh my god. No, I don't.
Be for real, man. Be for real.
Oh
Do
my
I think that
goodness.
the
He took-
guy that I forgot
he took out
existed for
Speed.
100 chapters?
He
a
took out
threat? No.
speed.
Yeah, he
Speed.
captured a bewitching Kunoichi, you know,
Horse
single-handedly.
Linda's
Like this
down.
guy's this guy's a threat. Like, no, I honestly do hope we get a good showing from Yamato in the cover story, so that people can stop talking smack. But this bit, like the last major cover story we got that was like this recent and this long running, did directly tie into semi-current events. So I'm fully anticipating if we do get like some sort of like War for Pluton, which was on my last year's bingo card, it's gonna tie in with this cover story significantly. So I'm here for that. Absolutely. Good bingo card, really solid.
Always going with
Yes,
the
sir.
agenda. Yes. All right.
Let's go with Kube next. Kube, why don't you read off your bingo card and then choose a community members to read off.
I will get
Okay.
yours on screen, my friend. You can start whenever you're ready.
Just gonna get mine. Okay. Okay, so in my first line, top left, Yuru's returns. This I think has been said 3 or 4 times, so I'm gonna
Much
get on it.
respect.
Nolan will be mentioned in this arc in some shape or form.
Huge.
We all know it's Usopp's arc, so it'll be so benefited every time there's a Usopp
We
thing
love
since
you,
Zaya.
Resh.
Nolan has been mentioned. So I sold this idea from Lucas last year, and I'm shocked that he didn't do it. We will get the One Piece live action season 2 trailer this year.
Yeah.
2025.
I'm glad to see the tradition live on in someone's bingo card.
We will get the reveal of the man marked by flames.
Respect it.
So
I think it's
Yeah.
much overdue.
Frost Guild goes to Wano. I recently changed my mind when I recently saw another reactor, the Odin flashback, and how Buggy felt so connected to Odin and his family, and he was like really bawling when he was the most emotional about it. So I do think that if anything comes to Wano, he'll see the name Kozuki Momonosuke, and he knows him. They were on the same ship. He hanged out as a child, so as a baby. Okay, second line, Scopper is back. Enough, we all know he's gonna be back, and I can't wait for it. Now, this is one I thought more people would say that, but I think that we'll get an Usopp flashback. Because if you
love
look
it.
at Usopp, he had a very weak flashback, and I feel like
Yes,
Sanji
sir.
had one. Zoro had a mini flashback in Wano. Would only make sense that in Elbaf he gets a flashback.
I love this. We
Yeah.
talked
Yeah,
about
dude.
this a little bit in a new episode of Rambling Addiction that will be out next week on my channel. We spit all about Usopp, and Cube, you spit on this real hard. I'm not gonna lie, I fully believe this. I think we're gonna get
Imagine
a
we
bigger
get
flashback for him.
Imagine we get like a battleship bag style flashback of Usopp like being like, I have to train twice as hard, like type
man.
vibes.
That would be
Right.
fired.
On the
Yeah.
post time skip, like him and Heracles. Usopp, and you need to rest. No, I have to go beyond. Plus
Yeah.
ultra.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he had to lose the weight somehow.
No, but for real, that is a fantastic pick. Usopp,
Yeah, it is.
Usopp is disrespected a lot for his past, and I think there's a lot more nuance to it. He had a tragic upbringing.
And the fact that the person who told his flashback, it only happened for him as a Straw Hat, where Mary, before he started talking to the flashback, he says, I barely know the person, and he was going on what he's heard. So it's not even like someone who knew him.
Right,
So like,
right.
yeah,
Third person account.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So then Black Maria is gonna make an appearance in the cover story.
There
Nice.
you
It
go.
only makes yeah. He's the
There
only
you
one
go.
who's actually
Black
from
Maria.
Wano.
I'm okay with
That would make
it.
sense.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with it.
Smoker will return. Smoker will be back.
Smoke.
Yeah, we
Ah,
need to
yeah,
see
that's
more
a
Smoker.
fantastic pick. Yeah, that's long overdue.
Yeah,
Long overdue.
So this is one I'm very excited because that character disappeared in the whole cake flashback. Pandora, the original, before Prometheus, that
The
Mother
OG
Caramel
sun
created.
god.
I'm just
Yeah, the OG
laughing at
Sun
Will
God.
in the chat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I won't lie, especially with Goldberg's. We talked about Goldberg maybe having a homie hammer. or shield,
Homie
a homie
shield.
shield. Yeah, like it does make you think of. And we looked it back with Knack and Will. Pandora was just removed from the scene. We don't know what happened to Pandora.
What if Pandora is the homie shield?
Ooh, that would be crazy.
I've pontificated on that before. Like, I think it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Something cooking there.
Yeah, and then Silhouette Man identity will be known this year.
Free space. Free space. This is a free space,
No,
bro.
Oda can absolutely go another like 30, 40 chapters without telling us that. He absolutely can, I believe. Or what if we get it
on brand?
What if we get it in this next chapter and it's not something that's told to us into, you know what I mean? There's a realm where that is not a free space.
And I'm gonna say, with the way things have been going, there's maybe even less chapters coming up this year. So thinking too far ahead might be detrimental to your list. You might be repeating a lot of your options for next year's list as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't worry, man. This is the game of One Piece, you know.
Yeah, you said it.
Big Mom is alive because up to now we're just speculating. So we'll find out we will find out that Big Mom is indeed alive. We will see Uranus in some shape or form to have an idea of how Uranus looks like. Flashback or in real time, I don't know. That's up to Oda. We will get a new version of the God Valley flashback.
Please.
Come on with it, please.
Please.
More context, something. Yeah.
Especially
Rusty Buggy.
On my list, yeah, exactly.
Shiki's like experiences at God Valley. Give me that.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I have on my list Dragon, but I would like to see Shiki. I would like to see Wang Ji. I would like to see the Gods Knights, Garling. Like, give me some context to that massive event that the world didn't hear about, because that's the one.
Yeah.
Like, they heard about O'Hara and stuff now. Let's hear about God Valley.
Give this man some Wang Ji.
Yeah, please.
All right, I'm going home.
Let me know about the 6-armed gunman from Thriller Bark that was clearly in Rox's crew. Like, let's go.
Then Vivi will be back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for it.
Yep.
Okay, so the two next ones are very spicy. It's something like it feels like it's gonna happen. We're gonna find out that Big News Morgan knows Roger. And we're gonna find out that Saul personally knows Garp.
I like
from
this.
back in the day.
But I think
it's been alluding to
you're
his last
correct on
arc.
both, actually.
Yeah. They've been alluding to Garp and Saul's. And remember how we found out Gloriosa was connected to Whitebeard, and she was the one to tell him about Ace and Whitebeard, the Whitebeard War. Would it not be fitting that it will be Saul who would tell Luffy about Garp if they know each other? You know, that parallel.
Yeah.
If you heard what
but
happened
how
to
would
Garp?
Saul know about? Yeah, but how would that? My only question to that is how would Saul know about what happened on Hachinosu? You know.
But it's because we're going with the idea that it's in a newspaper. If it's in a newspaper.
That's true.
Yeah. Of course. It goes to the idea that because they did make that Oda box thing of Monkey D. Garb disappeared in Hachinosu. So he would just be relaying that information.
I like it.
Okay.
No, that's spicy. I like that.
Yeah. So I believe that Oda does follow the community, and he likes to switch some things around to keep us, surprised. And I feel like he might not do an Impel Down escape this year, but we will get some form of Impel Down news, like something happened in Impel Down. But we might not get the news of the escape, but we won't get the news of escape until much later on.
If
it isn't the Straw Hat. Yeah. So it's because I feel like where the story is, it would make sense that we get the announcement soon. We will get the announcement of the next One Piece movie. He's always
that'd be great.
I love
crazy
this.
big arc.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
That is a good pick.
so
outside
much.
the box like that.
I'll spit on this later, but yeah.
No, please.
Yeah.
Shit.
Bruh.
So for this next one, we know that Dorian Broggy got a body increase. I'm sorry. With what happened in Egghead, I think that Luffy and some Straw Hats will get a bounty increase. Specifically Sanji and Luffy for going against Gorseis. So I think that we're going to find out that it's not just Dorian Broggy, but some of the Straw Hats had a slight increase to their bounties.
Yeah.
So we could all agree Sanji's getting a higher bounty increase than Zoro, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, dude. The question is this: what's higher, Kizaru and a Gorsei, or Rob Lucci. You know what I mean?
Oh god,
I mean,
I just bust.
I mean,
Deceased.
I mean, so Neo Mads will rejoin the story. Like they will have like there won't be any more cover storylines, but there will be something about Neo Mads.
Plotline in the main storyline. You mean?
Yeah. So this
I
one,
love
okay. So this one, I did not have to word it, so it sounds weird, but we see the near extinct races in Elbaf, and it goes with this idea that starting Egghead of Dorian Broggy, knowing for sure that they've never seen immortals. So it's like similar to what Nack said about the Larians. I think a lot of those, the remaining of the Oni race, the Buccaneers, some of them, I think they're residing somewhere in
Kinoko
Elbaf.
Bito. Give me a Kinoko Bito.
Yeah, exactly. All of those
mushroom,
ones.
the mushroom dude, like from Mondor's book.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
let's do it.
But I think it's that, and I think that's what Big Mom Mazukama was alluding to. She wanted a bigger hold in Elbaf. I think there was a region where she can
Mushroom
reach,
dude.
where the people are protected, because the world government wants them. So yeah.
Man, Elbaf
this is
Big Mom really had all the races. She really had a mushroom dude in that book.
that would be
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow.
Obviously, we kind of made a joke with the flashback, but I think we will get a sort of Usopp training arc with
Yep.
the Giants. It would
Yeah.
make sense.
I respect it a lot.
It's a free space, honestly, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too, Cube. I got you. This is yeah.
And
Also,
this is
something
the
we
most,
cooked on.
yeah, and this is the most obvious one. Loki will be freed from his chains.
Respect it.
Kind of a free space, also, I think.
Yeah.
Wild that we both have that on our list, like in the last row.
So we gotta go with another community members list here, but you got
I'm gonna read
any-
Kufi's.
okay, you got
Kufi's.
Kufi's?
Sophie!
Yeah.
Let's
Where
go.
is- You want to
So
send it
his
to me in
first-
the chat and I can post it?
It
or
is in the
does-
It's in the
It
chat.
is.
I even
Here, I
wrote
got you.
Kufi's name. Oh yeah, no worries. Okay, you did it? Okay, perfect. Tell me when you're ready, Nack. And I'll start
Okay.
on it.
Bear with me. Well, his first one is
I know it's-
Uranus reveal if you want to mention
Yeah,
that.
Uranus reveal. We've all
Spoilers.
spit on that. Yeah. Second one is a spicy one, guys. Dragon makes a move. Now
I
the
want
question
this.
is
Wild.
Dragon just moving his head could be considered
Well,
a move.
listen.
So
Anyone who puts this on their bingo card, completely valid, because Dragon straight said we have to get that before anyone else. Like when it comes to
Yeah.
the One Piece, like he's
I think it's so
planning on
funny.
making a move.
yeah.
When it comes to like Dragon and Akainu, Akainu does something or Akainu does nothing, and then you can do the same thing as like Dragon does nothing or Dragon does something. So it's really interesting. We're seeing a lot of like people back and forth on that, but I love it. Both of those will make an entrance on my
Yeah.
card in some form or another. So stick around to see what I put on mine. But it's so funny to me.
And I will make a comment. Like, remember for years people were saying about, oh, when is Shanks and Garb gonna show something? Their first showing was crazy. So just imagine characters like Dragon, Akainu, Mihawk. Like what are they going to do? Split the sky open, split
Yeah.
the sea,
Mhm.
like they're Moses. So yeah, so I'm very excited for those type of characters.
Like their Beyblade,
Yeah,
wielders letting it rip.
I parted the sea with my hockey. Chopper gets the Sunstone. That's an interesting one. That's quite cool.
Yeah, it is
actually.
an
Never
interesting
thought of
one.
that.
It's a unique one we've seen so far.
Yeah. Chopper.
The next
Ooh.
one. The
Dude,
next
I-
one.
This I love it because this one makes so much sense. I've always said that there is going to be some sort of connection with Korea. So Chopper is Clover reincarnated.
Wild.
Yeah.
Actually,
He carries on
wild.
Clover's will. I will lose my shit. And it ties in because everyone has that big theory about being Clover's brother or something because of the hair and everything, and the very similar build. Like, I like this. I like this a lot.
And
Can you
also-
imagine it's like if it's not like a direct reincarnation, because I mean he was born, he was identified at birth as a reindeer, but then later on, so like if it's like, what if that inherited will was what was put into the Hito Hito
You
no
mean
Mi,
you?
you know?
Yeah.
Yep. I
Crazy.
like that a lot.
Crazy.
And
Because
also
to learn
like
the true history is to heal the world. Oh, cooking.
And there's something since post time skip. If you look some of the design of Robin, especially in the cover art, her style of clothing and the way she wears it is very similar to Korea. And you think of how Robin and Chopper have that sort of relationship. It could also, show because Korea and Clover would have been only like 20 or 30 years apart. They would have been from a similar, like if Clover was adventuring, it would be at a time that maybe Korea was also. She's only 20 or 30 years older than him. So, could make sense. I really like this one, Kufi. Really like it. Luffy learns swordsmanship from Arashi. Damn. Wait.
Getting real
Zoro's
specific here, brother.
Father? Yeah,
Real
Zoro's father?
specific.
Yeah.
That's
specific.
Zoro's
in
father
30
went
chapters.
yeah, no, not even that. Zoro's father went from being known as dead to being the next teacher for Luffy. That's like this is more like being reborn.
I love
But yeah,
this.
I like
though.
it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I
too.
love takes like this. I love them.
Oh,
'Cause
you
they're
gotta
so out of
respect the
left field, but like,
specificity.
yeah, exactly. Like how specific it is and everything. I love it so much, man.
Like the
I would
next
love to
one,
see more from Zoro's family in general. Like whether it be like a flashback or anything. I think Oda used that SBS as a way to put those characters into our minds. So when he gets into the flashback, he doesn't have to spend time properly introducing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, this one's a unique one. Haven't seen that in years. Pluton is a turtle.
Yep. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's
I
what I
love
mean
this.
by the specific, like the specifics of these. Respect it.
Yeah.
If he gets bingo,
Yeah.
man deserved it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
My man is
deserved
going out. My man is going out on every ledge, and I'm here for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Goofy's killing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Kufi is in the chat. He said O'Hara was an inside job. Thank you for
That's true.
That's
pushing.
That's my status on Discord, and it has been for like I don't know the past year.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So the next one is a repeated one for a lot of people. We will get the Ancient Kingdom name.
Respect it.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Pluton
Love the land of
revealing.
the dead.
Yeah. Pluton
Yamato
revealing
cover.
Yamato cover.
Bro.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I love this, but I just hope it will be silhouetted to some extent. I don't want to get the full Pluton in the cover story.
I do.
Yeah, I
Get
agree.
lackluster. Yeah. Ooh,
It's very
Elbaf sword.
trolly. It's very Oda.
As well, true. You never put anything by Oda. Oda's capable of anything. Elbaf sword is for Joy Boy. Ooh.
I
What
love
is
this
Joy
one.
Boy's? Yeah. Ooh.
I love this one because I
This-
know of other ideas people have suggested about the sword.
Shh! Don't tell anyone.
What? Usopp pulling it?
That was a
No,
wild
we'll
take,
say
too.
later. Yeah, we'll get
Yeah,
we'll
I-
get to my take later.
So we will get a Bink Sake lore. Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah.
I
Finding
need
out
I
more
need
about-
more from being Sake.
Yeah. And following with that on the third line, Louis Arnott lore. Ooh,
Fantastic.
this we need. This we need, dude. We need
Yeah.
to know where the other stories also that's inside it. Is there sort of what's it called? Sorry, the Warrior of the Sea story as well.
Mhm.
Oh, that would be great.
Mm.
Oh, Frankie upgrades Sunny. Oh, that would be fire.
Yeah, we've seen
Yeah.
a few people think that's
Definitely.
coming soon, like really soon, because
Yeah.
it was expected almost last year.
Yeah.
Dude, my heart just started pounding when I read the next one. Vivi will be given to the world government.
Yeah, that's spicy.
hmm
I'm scared.
Morgan's is betraying her. I think it too.
Oh, that would be crazy.
That was an ominous threat
then-
he made to her.
Yeah. Shanks saves Garp. Ooh.
Shanks
That
saves
would be
Garp.
funny.
I have not
That would
thought
be
of this
funny.
at all.
That would be funny because Garp did not like seeing Shanks in Marineford. He was salty when he saw him. The one
I have
pirate that
not
he
thought
doesn't
of this
like.
at all.
Yeah,
I like it though.
that's it.
I do like it. I have to think
it's
on
a
it a
good
bit.
twist. It would be a funny twist. We get Nami's history.
Please.
I really like
Need
that.
it.
I really like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need it too.
I was actually going to put it, but I won't lie. With everything going, I wouldn't be shocked that Oda is going to tease it a bit longer.
That's one of the few
I-
things Oda specifically stopped a studio from touching on in a movie that wasn't canon because he has big plans for it.
Yeah, he's gonna put
Yeah.
it in an SBS. Big plans.
Beaver card reveal.
Oh my
No,
God.
it's okay, guys. This isn't Brooke. This isn't Frankie. This is Zord. This is not me.
Oh my
If you get the
God.
Usopp and Sanji treatment, they get in the story information.
Crazy.
Wait, what? Usopp taps Adam Tree.
Like
like
syrup.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
with a spigot.
syrup
Like
village.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's big brain, dude. No, I really like that. I'm dead serious. No, like, what if that's how he
Lucas-
fucking gets his glow up, dude?
Lucas
Drinking the
literally just
syrup
had
with
a
the
full brain blast.
He almost just took
Yeah,
out our
dude.
captain.
Oh,
You can even use,
the hockey
even
is
use that.
too strong.
You can even use that as ammunition if you think about it.
Yeah,
Look at the
that's
next one, bro.
crazy, dude. The resin
That's a
piece
good
is
one.
real.
Yeah. And now we'll be in Curry.
In curry.
That's so specific.
It's so specific,
I
bro.
love it, dude. Oh man.
You'll just-
I
fall from the
absolutely
moon?
love this card, man.
Dude, it's one of my favorites right now. I love that I'm reading it. Chopper has a poneglyph, or I think Chopper will have a poneglyph.
No, he
Oh, man,
already
he
does.
just- Yeah, I would say he just left the chat. I need an elaborate. Kufi, when you're watching this back, please comment in the comments what you meant by this, because I need to know.
He already
Yeah.
has one this whole time.
Yeah. And then, imagine we get
It's
a
the
Ro-
hat.
the spot. It's in his hat. Yeah.
Oh
that's-
my fucking god, you're right.
guys. Imagine we get similar to the Odin flashback when the when the Roger finds out that there was a red poneglyph in Zhao, and he looks at the mix and said, "You never asked us." Imagine Chopper says, "Oh, actually, I was never there. I didn't know you were looking for a red one." That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
Oh my
This
god.
one is. Oh, I won't lie.
I don't need this.
I would love the next one, but I think the community will not, especially the last.
Yeah, I'm not
outraged.
for it.
I'll
Nico Olivia is
rage.
alive. Yeah, they'll be
Yeah,
I'll
outraged.
rage, bro.
Yeah, because for me, Saul, it makes sense, but I feel like because of him surviving, but I feel like there was a reason. It does bringing back Clover or Olivia does take away, certain scenes out of O'Hara. Saul, there's a reason for it. I get it, I like it. Saul
Yeah.
coming back, but then
I
if
love it.
it's like, oh, actually, Robin lost no one. Like, that would be.
Yeah, it would taint her. Her.
It would
whole
taint.
character
It would
arc.
taint.
Not
that,
only
and it would
that,
taint
the fact
the
her mother
O'Hara
never went
incident.
looking for her if she was alive
Yeah.
still would really
Yeah,
bug
exactly.
me.
Yeah.
I think
like
it would
one
be
of
That's
the
just
reason
not
why-
brand for parents.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's how it kind of bothers me. The whole of Toki survived and she's begging for her time. I don't think. I said
Oh my
I don't think she would let Hiyori and Momo go through what they went through if she was still alive. Ooh,
I
Yeah.
couldn't resist.
this one's a really good one. Lafitte finds Punk record.
Let's go.
That's a good one.
That is a really good one.
I love it.
Yeah, the Shandorans show up.
I want this
Again?
too. I want them to help
Let's do
Luffy in the final war. I want to see Viper just jump down and be like, "I got you, Blue Sea brother," and like just like blasting that impact dial.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. So then the next one is Loki is an ally.
Yeah.
And
I think a lot of
I
people
agree with
are-
this.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, like on board with it.
I mean, it's an interesting thing, and I think it would be a perfect way of the trickster and not expecting what we expect from the trickster.
Yeah, I think
Totally makes
Luffy's a
sense.
really good judge of
Yeah.
character too,
Oh,
and
just
we've
no,
seen
bro.
him interact with him.
Yeah. Blackbeard versus oh dude, Kush Daddy just killed me in the chat. Kush
Yeah,
Milan
I
gets the
know.
reparation.
Yeah, dude, I was like, bro, no. What?
Oh my god.
Okay, so the next one will be I think one of the fastest fight on history in One Piece. It is Blackbeard versus NL. What is NL gonna do? Unless
Don't
he
diss
gets
my
this
boy.
crazy power up. If he gets this crazy power
That's the
up.
Logia Blackbeard gets.
Ooh, that
Oh,
would be
man.
amazing. Dude,
Bro.
he would be a menace if he has the Goro, and the Yami. No, dude, he would. be
Yeah,
a
that's what I'm
menace.
saying, dude. 2 Logias and one of them makes him intangible. Yeah.
It's like
Game
one
over,
and a
bro.
half.
Yeah, 1.5.
Oh,
remember what Robin
this
said-
next one is crazy. This is a loaded bingo card. Holy cow.
Yeah, Tsuru and Sengoku are in garbage execution. Okay, so yeah. That's,
Crazy.
That is crazy. I love it, though.
Loaded, bro.
Kufi
Yeah.
came with the craziest,
heat.
hottest spice. Yeah, like that's
Yeah,
wild.
like,
Imagine if Blackbeard does execute Garp like in the public sphere in Hashinosu, we get a parallel scene of Roger execution, but instead of like the pirates, we would get like Marines like Kobe Almepo crying. We would have what's called Suru's granddaughter, Prince Grus. Oh, that would be hilarious. It's like that parallel.
Kujaku, put some
Yeah,
respect on her
Kujaku.
name.
Yeah,
Great
dude,
card,
I
though.
couldn't get her name. Yeah, it's a
really
dude,
solid. Yeah.
Kufi.
Yeah.
I won't lie. Other than mine, this is the other one I really like.
I was gonna say this might be my favorite.
No bias
this might
or
be
nothing.
my favorite bingo card so far.
Other than mine.
Other than
No,
mine.
You've got to love yourself. You know what I mean? You've got to love yourself a minute. That's what I
I've got
learned
your
about
card
Orochi.
up on screen whenever you want to spit there, Vex.
Oh hell yeah. So we're gonna go kind of lightning round through this because a lot of these takes don't need much else gas. They speak for themselves. But
I have
first up, I
questions.
got Gorosei do not have devil fruit confirmation. Like I believe we will get that this year. Some people already say that we have it. I am not firmly confirmed or anything, but I think we'll get that. I think that Hair Dawes actually recovers Punk Records, not Lafitte, but I'm open to either, as long as it's important.
Love it.
I
Love
think
it, love
that
it.
Loki's devil fruit is actually going to be a Paramecia and not a Logia, like a lot of people are thinking. I think we will, and this is something I let it ride. This was on my last card, and I really think we have to get it this year, or I will riot. We will get Mihawk's first named attack this year. I really hope for that. Oh my god, I need it.
I can already
Hopefully
tell
we
what
see
it
like
is.
sword swing or something. Sword
tell you what
swing.
It's called
Slash.
painted. It's painted. It's painted black.
Wild. Oh my
It's going to be
god.
called I am bored right now. I am bored right now.
Oh gosh.
That's the name of his
Crazy.
attack.
The thing that closes out my top row here is VV Straw Hat Reunion. We all need it. We all know
Yes,
it had to be
yes.
on here.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I'd love
sir.
to see it.
Next thing is my specific take is that we go all of 2025 without anybody mentioning the giant sword at Elbath at all. It's not even going to be brought
I love
up.
this take.
I'm serious. Like, not
so
once
funny.
is it even going to be mentioned.
It's a
I was
slot
saying
that
this
can't
in
be
our-
taken
in-
until the
in
year
our last-
ends. It's so perfect.
in our last chapter reaction, I said this. I said, "What if it's just it's just decoration? It's nothing else."
Oh
So I
man,
love
man.
this. I love this. Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah,
it's
next up is Lilith and Frankie collab, and that might manifest in upgrading the Sunny, like a lot of people have been saying. It might upgrade in Frankie getting an upgrade, what like a lot of people have been saying. But I think some iteration of that is bound to happen. It's so ridiculously probable and long overdue, I think.
The way it's
Agreed.
worded, when I first read it 2 seconds ago, I thought you were talking like for a mixtape. The way it was worded.
Yeah, they're dropping fire.
yeah, super bars. One might say.
Next thing is going to be at least 3 more Devil Fruit Awakenings. I think we're
love
going to
that.
see.
Ooh,
We need
Yeah,
more.
so I'm
We need more.
pretty sure. Last year I put at least 5 more. We got none in 2024, but I'm letting it sort of ride. I watered it down a little bit, tempered my expectations, but I think we're bound to get it. We're in a new turf, completely unexplored by most of the world. I need it. I need to see it. Next up is that we will get both Pluton and Uranus reveals.
Ooh,
In
heavy
some form
bets.
or another. But not
Heavy
just one,
bets.
both. Big Mom returns. I had to have it somewhere on this
God, my
list,
baby
and I
girl.
Next row is that we will see an Usopp hockey bloom. And I don't know, I didn't say specifically Conqueror's hockey, but that's what I'm really hoping for, is for some Usopp Conqueror action. But for sure we need to see him develop his observation a little bit more. And if the boy gets, armament as well, I'm here for that. But any form of hockey development, I need to see it. And even better if it's in a full life or death situation like we got from Luffy with Rayleigh on Ruskaina. Let me
Yep.
see it.
Yep, absolutely.
Brook, Chopper,
Next up is
Robin. That's right, Will. Three Devil Fruit Awakenings, 3 crewmates with Devil Fruit. That need awakening. Let's go. Please.
maybe it'll happen. You're absolutely right. I think that we will also, not only will we get Urouge in the story, I think we will get his Devil Fruit name revealed. And I think if it's not the Karma, it could be like the Pain fruit, like your that would be really interesting. But
first take, the
I think we're definitely getting that.
Yeah, I like the Karma.
Then
a lot.
Or I would love it. It's named the Sin fruit. He takes all of people's sins.
The free space, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I don't know, I can't think of anything clever off the top of my head. I'll come back to that one. But
Dylan Josh commit identity theft.
Yeah, that's absolutely gonna happen. That's true. The next one is that Rox is mentioned again in the story. We have not, we got one mention of him, in Act 2 of Wano, and we just got another mention of him in the God Valley bits. There's only literally been 2 instances in the entire story where this man has been mentioned by name. I think we will get a third this year for sure.
I'd love to see it.
Next up is Akainu does something.
Stretch.
I need to see it. Yeah. When you think about One Piece as a whole, year by year, 27 years pretty much of content, he's only done stuff like 2 of those years. So I think we're going to get
one of them
another.
was a murder.
Okay.
Next up is the God's Knights reveals. I don't know what shape or form that will take place, but in some, in some instance, we will get something on the God's Knights. And it's plural, so if we only get info on one God's Knight, I won't take that box.
Fair enough.
Next up,
but I think we do deserve
Moria.
the info.
Yeah, for sure. Moria does not join Cross Guild. That's one thing that I'm firm on. I don't think it's going to happen at all. I definitely don't think it's going to happen in this year.
I love the emphasis on not when you said it.
Wrong, but
really went hard. Not. I love that. Yeah. It's hilarious.
Next one is the one that I need the most out of this whole bingo card, and that is that York dies. Please, Oda, this is a demand. This isn't a plead. This isn't an appeal. This isn't a prayer. This is a demand. Give me that.
Yeah. I won't fight you on that one. That's for sure. I'm with you 100%. Ungrateful satellite.
Then I put this one on my last finger card and I'm letting it ride. I thought we were so ridiculously likely to get this at Egghead of all places. But here at Elbaf, maybe we'll also see it because we did see one in Wano, which was another isolated country. But I think we're going to get another Devil Fruit object. I need to see that. Please give me that.
Yeah, I need that as well.
Yeah, I think it'd be
especially if the hints at it on Egghead.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. And then I have Dragon, no Devil Fruit confirmed. He is a hockey man, and I firmly believe that. I don't need more Mythical Zoans. I don't need more Logias. I just need this man to be the peak of hockey. Him and Shanks, and maybe even Emu, top of the verse in hockey usage. And obviously Oda has been keeping it held back, but I think the floodgates are going to start to open. And that's what I think for Dragon's endgame power suite. I firmly believe that.
Yeah, I can respect that.
And then this is crossover with Cube's card. I also really do think we will get the next One Piece film confirmation, like some sort of an announcement or a detail or whatnot. So a lot of people have been memeing One Piece film blue, and we'll get buggies and stuff like that. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I think we will get something from that. And if we do get that at Jump Festa, which will still be 2024, I will not count this, but who knows? We'll see. I think 2020, the 22nd and the 23rd will be getting a lot of info from this year's Jump Festa. So super excited for that. But if we get it there, I won't count this box. It has to be in 2025.
Fair.
Next up, I think that I didn't put a Luffy bounty prediction here. I put a Bonnie bounty prediction here. I think that Bonnie's bounty will be over 2 billion confirmed.
That
huge,
very
jump.
specific, but very spicy. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense too.
All of the Seraphim, or not all of the Seraphim, one of the Seraphim, all of the Pacifista, and she is also part Celestials. I mean, there's a lot there, but I think
there's also the the whole Nika thing as well. You don't want her going around and going to the Nika form and people asking questions about that form as
Exactly.
well. I agree.
So I
Makes
I
perfect
think that
sense.
we'll get her bounty to be probably, I think Luffy will probably get over 4 bill, and then she'll probably have half of whatever he has. But I think it'll be over 2 bill for sure.
She'll be the new
2.9 would be
generation
crazy
of the demon child.
because Kuso just put it in chat. 29 is Nika, so like if we get her at a 2.9, that's even better because it'll be just below Luffy's current. But I do think we'll get Luffy to have an upgraded bounty. But I didn't want to put that because I knew a lot of people were. So I put that we'll get a bounty update, and it's gonna be massive.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And it's like because we're seeing her with Robin a lot now, and it's just like what the world government would do, you know, put a massive bounty on a child's head to solve a problem.
I said during our last chapter discussion, you know, it's Robin's being the person that she didn't have when she was a child for Bonnie, right? Because she's about to have that on her head as well.
And he loves to do that with both Robin. Both Robin and Nami are very like have that motherly attitude, and if you look at it, the small kids that they connect to are kids that have gone a similar, like Shiroshi says, Nami says to Shiroshi, how they connect is because we have the similar upbringing. So it would make sense, you know, with you know, Bonnie following also a bit like Robin as well. He loves to do both girls, so I can see it.
Yeah. I think this one, like for me, like in my mind, this one's kind of a free space, but who knows? Maybe Oda will not give us any update on that whatsoever. But I would love to see it. I think it's definitely going to happen. The next space is, I think that Neomads will figure out how to clone Logias.
Ooh,
because we know that. Yeah, I know. Vegapunk said that he couldn't quite crack it. Caesar is literally a Logia. Judge literally has a clone army. If there's anyone who's gonna get it done that isn't Vegapunk, it's these two.
Yeah.
And that's just like I think that it makes sense. I don't need it to happen. I think it could be really cool though.
And I won't lie to you, with the way Vegapunk reacted and the fact that 3 years before the story happened, Punk Records incident happened, I wouldn't be shocked that it isn't impossible to do it, but Vegapunk wasn't willing. The cost of it is just too big, even for Vegapunk. So Neomads might be, you know, depraved enough to go that far. So I agree with you. I think they might be the ones.
When it's also like Germa is like, yeah, Germa's a whole kingdom. They were like of the top 50 monarchs and were invited to reveries before. Like they're rich. Like they're so rich. They're warmongers. Like they are extremely rich. And Caesar was ripping off not one but two Yonko. These guys have lined pockets for sure. So I mean, I think that that's a really interesting take.
Kush in the chat.
Kush Daddy in the chat is wild. Next up, this is a little bit of a meta, like specific thing here, and we'll see because we did have a very interesting year last year, and we started the year with 1103 as our first official chapter drop, and we're ending presumably with 1134. That's 31 chapters. I believe we will not go back to the normal, which is closer to like 37, 42, you know, chapters per year that Oda has been doing for a while. I think we will get less than 33 chapters again. And this is like what we should expect moving forward.
I agree with that. And I respect it.
It's very believable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I hope for this because I don't want Oda to push himself. And we got a big year, you know, potentially. Like if another film gets announced, the live action, which apparently exists, you know, getting its season 2 stuff going on and whatnot.
Season 2.
Most likely a December release for that, but people are saying.
Live action season. What?
Yeah.
He didn't even know there was.
Listen, I'm hoping to get Chopper's actor reveal on this year for his birthday. I need it.
Jump Festa is the 23rd. Like we'll probably get it there.
Let's go.
Like
there you go.
Let's go.
But then my last space, and this one I'm really hoping for is that we will get another confirmed user of the voice of all things.
Not me.
That'd be fantastic, and also some clarification on what it means to have that ability.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I would love for it to either be Nami or Loki. You know, the fact to know how Luffy was able to hear Loki.
Let it be that kid, Colin or whatever, like something.
Real,
I don't know, like just another user. I need it, but that would be like an Isa situation. or like a Kube situation where they just kind of like,
Wake
I don't
into
know,
it.
like
Yeah, overwhelmed by it, don't really understand it. Not like Shiroshi,
for
who
sure.
was a bit more. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that. That was a good pick, man.
Man.
Honestly.
I gotta pick a community card. Man, it's a toss up. I was gonna read Kush Daddies, but I gotta read my boy Dak. My boy Dak's card here.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
that's what's up next. And first up on his list is he put that Ja Rule met Noland, which would be crazy.
With a little goat
I'm-
emoji.
yeah. Yeah, because my boy loves Noland, like absolutely. Next up we have someone believed to be deceased revealed to be alive again. That's hilarious. I think that
Especially with the recent
that's
stuff.
extremely probable. Like he kind of went for like a more blanket statement there instead of like Big Mom returns or like something like that. This kind of covers that. So I like your style here. He's playing it very smart. Shanks versus Blackbeard begins is extremely spicy. We saw that on a few other bingo cards, right?
Yep. Yep. I have the same guess. I think that we see something starting of it. Might not get a conclusion or something, but
no, yeah, I don't think we will either. Like Oda likes to let 100 chapters go in between some of these events starting and stopping. But Yamato cover story gets decent. Are you saying that? Are you saying that Hold'em isn't a decent threat? Like, no, I'm kidding. But absolutely, I think that there's no way it doesn't. Like, that's basically a
Let
free
me
space for
repeat
me.
myself. Hold'em is not a threat.
Tell that to Speed, okay? Like,
Lucas, should we hold you on it?
Yeah,
oh
hold 'em on
it.
Okay.
Next up is another goat emoji here next to the Urouge hype. We love to see it. We all believe it. I think it's been literally on every bingo card, like almost every bingo card.
let's go, Mad Monk.
So yeah, we believe it. We need it. Then we got Summit of High West reveal along. Like I remember BK said something about that as well, right? I firmly am on board with the theory that it is somehow Elbaf adjacent. Then we got VV rejoins the Straw Hats. Let's go. Notice he said rejoins because she's always been a member, man. Like
Yeah.
we agree there. Then we
Absolutely.
have Grand Fleet do something. I don't know about this one, bro. I was a believer at one point in time, but especially after what happened to Bardo, I don't know, man. We'll see.
Wait, is failure considered something?
They gotta do it all as a unit. It can't just be like 7 different dudes across different parts of the ocean. Like they got like it's gotta be the Grand Fleet, right?
Yeah.
Next up is we learn exactly what happened with Burka. So this goes in with some NL stocks or maybe some Hairdas stocks or even some Urouge stocks. Again, he's playing it real smart here. Leaving these worded the way that they are, because that could come from several different individuals, all of whom it's very popularly believed within our community for sure that they will return in some, at least one of them will start yapping at one point. So I love that. The next up we have Oda makes another underestimated prediction about when One Piece will end, which is
absolutely hilarious. Yeah.
If we, hashtag 5 more years, you know. We love to see that. That is so funny, dude. But I think it's bound to happen eventually, that Oda's gonna have to address like, okay guys, for sure we're in the final saga, you know what I mean? Like it's gotta bring it up again at some point.
For sure, 5
Let's
years.
just do this at Jump Festa this year, so
So
it
Dak
doesn't count for the
doesn't
bingo.
So I'm gonna
so
say
funny.
this. With my experience of Oda, the one thing that you can count on is that the way he scheduled the end of his story is never accurate. So you can count on it being inaccurate, even if he says something. Just expect to be disappointed when it comes to that.
Next up, we have Law meets with Sengoku, which would be crazy if we get that. I know a lot of people are believers in the Law sword, Randy Choi theory, and then we know that there's the connection between Roshinante. So like, yeah, I think this is cool. I don't know if I need to see it right now, but eventually for sure, especially with Law's whereabouts currently unknown.
Yeah.
Next one is this is the agenda right here, baby. Deuce appears in some form, especially with the Louis R. note mentioned recently. Deuce is a big fan of Bragman.
And your
stocks are up.
And he wants to meet Luffy to give him the book about Ace's story, the real story of Ace's adventure. So I can see it.
Then we got the free space, and then we got the most appalling. I'm not strong enough, guys.
Saul dies for real.
No, no, I don't. No, I can't give you that one. But I see him hedging his bets here a little bit. We'll get to a later square. With all of that, but yeah, that's a lot of people seem to be thinking it. Of all of the individuals with death flags raised right now, I think I was worried about Saul for a whole month, before Oda pulled the gag on us this most recent chapter. So Oda, if you do this to me again, I swear I'll find you. But then we got.
Do you know how he looks? First of all, you need to know how he looks like. To find him first, you need to recognize him. That's the first test.
No, I'll know. But Mr. 2 Bond Clay appears.
Yes.
And we got another little goat emoji.
Yes,
I think this goes hand in hand with the Impel Down 2.0 stuff. But yeah, I'm here for it. We are huge Bond Clay fans here.
Agreed.
Then we got Loki gets freed. Again, wording it very smart. He didn't specifically put Luffy is the one to free him, but yeah, I think this is basically a free space for sure. Maybe it doesn't happen within the 30 something chapters we're gonna get, but it's gonna happen at Elbaf. So I think it's pretty safe to assume it'll happen 2025.
The person I want actually now to free Loki because he's gonna get tricked and he's the obvious candidate. No, Chopper. Imagine Chopper. He tells you know how Chopper is naive. It would be so funny that instead it's Chopper. Oh, what the chains are hurting you? Oh, I'm a doctor. Let me help you out. Let me remove those chains so I can look at your wound. I can see something like that.
This man is injured.
No, it's Buggy. Buggy's gonna, pop this dude's hand off and slip the cuff right off. I don't know, but that kind of goes hand in hand with this next square here is that Cross Guild on Elbaf. I need it. I need to see Cross Guild do something. Like we went a full year with nothing from them except for reaction piece. It's not good enough. Give me what I need, and that's Cross Guild. Then this one's
next one.
the funniest square I think in the whole stream probably is that he is betting that he will not pull a manga rare in the One Piece TCG this whole year of 2025. So we'll see. I mean, if you do pull a manga rare, that's a W in and of itself. But if you don't, at least you get to check this box off. So that's cool.
Win-win.
Yeah. Then we get the Gods Knights move. I'd love to see that. Like I said, same thing with Cross Guild vibes. Same thing with Rev vibes. We have all these factions just waiting in the wings.
Mm-hmm.
I need them to move to center stage.
Right.
Yeah.
Oda takes a 1 month break. I think he'll take 2. I just didn't put it on my card, but yeah, I think this is definitely a free space, especially with this alleged live action supposed to be getting some heat. I don't know, but
he deserves it too.
Then we have still on Elbaf at the end of the year. Free space, honestly. Like, there's no way we won't.
Yes.
Like, I firmly, unless we're in a flashback elsewhere, or a cutaway. What if we get Reverie 3.0 or something?
Imagine.
I don't know.
Elbaf been teased for so long, and look how long it took us to get through Dressrosa and Wano. It's definitely
you're right.
Minimum.
Respect.
Why don't we leave next chapter, bro?
That'll be hilarious.
Next up is something that's, like I said, these are always fun to see which side you stand on, and this is Akainu does nothing.
It's basically a 50-50.
I think he's gonna do something. So you know, we'll see. We'll see who gets to check their square off, but it can't be both of us.
I'd love to see it. This next one is important too, I think.
Yeah, and it also gives him almost definitely another one of those squares we mentioned earlier. This one is Big Mom and Kaido Fates Revealed.
Please.
So like us knowing finally like what exactly is going on with both of them. Are they alive? Are they unalived? You know,
Please.
And whatnot. And I'm leaning more towards alive, especially for Big Mom specifically. Which will give him like that top row, the second column one, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But come on with it. Like, I need to know what happened there.
This is hilarious. This next one is Dragon says ... more than 5 times. But I'm gonna hold you to this, Dak. If he says ... that doesn't count.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's all in the writing.
And then this one, he's hedging his bets again as well, is like because he put Saul is unalive for real in one column, but in this one, the very last square here is that nobody unalives at all year, which is crazy because I feel like your rule is at death's door, but like we'll see.
Yeah,
I mean, it's One Piece. You know what I mean?
talk about playing both sides of the fence.
Yeah. That's so funny.
That's perfect.
Next
Really
up,
goated.
yeah,
We have
Dak, I
two
think we
crew
all knew
members.
Dak was.
We have two
was gonna
crew
agree with
member lists to do as well. Just
Yeah,
keep you updated.
I'll do those two real quick, and then we can get to the rest of the community list.
Okay.
Let's start with the musician of the crew, Mr. Joshua Vykthor. He has in his first square, Shanks will have a serious fight. We've heard this a couple times with the Blackbeard, which I think a lot of people are on board with that one. Next up, Blackbeard goes to Wano. I enjoy this one.
Sure. Yeah. I think a lot of people see that coming.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it because I know a lot of people have said that like that's who's doing the shit in the cover story, but I just don't see Oda doing 2 cover stories with Blackbeard Pirates back to back.
Right.
Next is Kuma Lives On through S-Bear, which I had mentioned this during my bingo card. I think this is a really cool option for Kuma
Yeah, I like
to
this take
be
a
able
lot.
to live on. Yeah, with Bonnie, like it'd be perfect, man.
Yeah.
Let's go. Dofi and Moria will join. Yes, yes.
A
Another
lot of
true
people are
believer.
thinking this. A lot of people are thinking this for 2025. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a respectable one right there. Man Marked by Flames. Ask Deuce.
That's great. Dak would
Yeah,
respect it.
that's. Yeah, I was gonna say Dak would love that. Impel Down Breakout. We've talked
Yep.
about this one quite a bit. Same with the next one, Lewis are not face reveal. Same with the next one, Shiki reference / reveal, and same with the next one, Nami upgrade. We've touched on all of these a lot. These are very
Absolutely.
common ones.
All fair though.
Yeah,
All fair bets.
All fair, yeah, all fair ones. I have not seen this one too much. Cross Guild versus the world government.
Yeah. So I think this actually could be, he could scratch this bingo card off pretty simply if we just get the context of what happened when the Seraphim were sent after Cross Guild.
Yeah, because that's technically the world government right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I don't think
We
he's
all know-
expecting like a big, like battle, right?
Also, I'll say this: we all know what happened. We all know what went down between the Seraphims and Cross Guild. They laid eyes on Buggy, and they became proud followers of Buggy, the Messiah.
Can't blame him, eh?
Next up is Skinny Weevil. I think I've heard this a couple times.
No, we've heard Skinny
I-
Queen. That's the first Skinny Weevil I've heard.
Is it? I feel like
Yeah.
someone else had it on theirs as well. Maybe I was just seeing.
maybe, but Skinny
Josh's.
Weevil is pretty interesting. That would imply that Green Bull got at
Green
him, right?
Goku, yeah.
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 Mhm.
Usopp achieves his dreams 100%. I think this is going to happen in Elbaf. It might not happen this year. That's why I didn't put it on my bingo card, but I do think this will happen in Elbaf.
Yeah.
Free space. Then one against vexyz here. Dragon's fruit revealed.
Actually, it just says dragon fruit reveal, and
Yeah, so it's just a dragon fruit in the story.
yeah, I mean, I think there is dragon fruits in the One Piece world. So.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next up,
I agree.
Another very popular one. Big Mom is alive.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Vivi rejoins the crew. Seen that a lot tonight as well. The final war starts. I don't think we've.
No.
Have we?
That's it. No.
That would be a big escalation. I think. If it happens, I'm here for it. I'm all for seeing the big battle getting underway, but I think we got a lot of answers to get through first.
I do too. Next up, Kaido is alive. Also, very popular take from today.
Let's go.
Atom Tree will fall. We've seen this one a couple times. Yeah, I think Ragnarok is on everybody's mind. Deep
right.
Norse mythology is right now.
It would be very fitting because we were told how indestructible, how tough, and unbreakable the wood is. So it would be a good way for Oda to show us the power of something. Yeah. If it does fall. Like it'd be an inverse way.
What if we get a fake out fall?
Oh my
and
goodness.
Like Luffy turns it into rubber, so we think it's falling in one panel, and then it's revealed to not fall, and then exit like boings
bounces back
boings
up.
Back.
Boing. Please.
Yes. That would be crazy.
What if the tree it's not that it's resistant, it's just, in a way undying, it just gets back up. With what we got in Enies lobby, the tree Frankie said it. Even after all the years of battles, the tree would not fall. So it could be
what
like
if he
on the word play on it.
He boings the tree and it launches the giant sword in his wall. Did I cut off?
No, we're just flabbergasted.
Yeah. Next up, very spicy one. God's lore reveals. Speaking of the gods mentioned in Skypiea, that we've all.
Oh, okay. I got it. Yep.
So many hours theorizing who could be who.
Let's go. Let's see it. I'd love to know more.
Yeah. Another one that was, I believe, Nac, you had this one. The Elbaf Civil War.
Yes. I don't necessarily need to see, like, a war, and maybe I should have worded it differently. But, like, I definitely think there's going to be civil conflict.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
Next up, Bogard will do something. If only you had this on your bingo card last year. We did see his silhouette in the shot of everyone going after the One Piece, so...
oh my god.
I'm holding to that. That was Bogard. Next up, Loki ate the God of War, Elbaf. Because Elbaf
very
is the God of War.
specific.
Yeah.
For those who forgot, it was something that was mentioned by Wayne Broggy in Garden.
It's the Kratos know me.
Cody ate what? This D&D?
Hell yeah.
Revs versus the Gods Knights.
Well, that would be a crazy fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ties into a few previous cards as well.
Yeah. I think some of these bigger battles will be set up this year. I don't know if we'll see them fully unfold this year, though. And the last one we have spoken about quite a bit is Sunny being upgraded. So that moves us to Miss 3-Day Trip, the lovely, lovely navigator. Let's get right into hers.
Yes, coming
Nami,
right up.
Yes, sir. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, you can go right ahead.
All right.
Take me long to have it up.
Nami gets an Elbaf National Treasure. I like this a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Instead of saying, just she specifically gets something that is of greater value to the giants in Elbaf. Robin finishes. Oh yeah.
Can you imagine if we get like a Nicolas Cage reference and like there's like a declaration of liberation, like, and they have to use it as a like Nami's like deciphering
treasure
the map
map?
on the back
Oh my
of it.
God.
Bro, that's so funny. Like instead of the Declaration of Independence, like
We gotta put lemon juice on there.
Oh, 3 days in the
hey,
chat. Perfect time.
3 days in the chat. Gee.
Shout out Miss 3-Day. Next up, she has Robin finishes Clover's speech. Another
Please.
clever way of saying we're getting the Ancient Kingdom name.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would love that. That would make me cry even than the Soul reunion did. Void Century flashback. Once again, please. Please, I need this.
Don't worry, dude. We all know what's going to be. It's going to be a silhouetted flashback of 2 seconds, and they'll say, "This is the Void Century." See you in 5 years.
Here
Still
in the Void
counts.
Century, it's void in time.
Still counts.
Next up is my favorite pick of the night. This is my favorite square. It's Sunny's Cloudbotterman Manifest. I love this. The Germanic and Nordic roots of Cloudbotterman in general, and then being in a Nordic-inspired country. I love this so much. I want to see this. Please, please, please. It's Usopp's arc. He saw Mary's. Let him see this one as well. Or Frankie.
They're
Frankie
beautiful.
makes sense too.
I won't lie. I would love for that it's more than Usopp. Like it's because that's the one thing that bothers me is Usopp. Other than Frankie, like so I would love it that both Frankie and Usopp are only one able to see it.
Yeah.
They had that whole thing in I think it was in Ennis Lobby when he explained to him what was Clobarman's.
Yeah.
And
As if he had seen it before, which me and Dak, shout out Dak Sake again, had cooked in his server about with a couple people about, maybe a Cloudbotterman helping out Frankie on the ship that he was on, and that's how he rebuilt himself and brought himself back to life, which would explain why he knew the lore of it, Yeah. So I love this. I love the idea of Sunny's Cloudbotterman.
Absolutely, yeah.
And next up, Adam and Eve tree backstory. Wow. The legend unfolds. I want to see this. I want to see this right here.
yeah, that's spicy. Like anticipating we get both. Like we're bound to hear something about the Adam tree, but like if betting that it's tied directly to the Eve tree, which I mean, yeah, it makes sense when you say it out loud, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's safe.
Yeah.
Safe bet. And I think it'd make a lot of sense. If there's some form of creation to the One Piece world tied to these two trees.
You remember in Fishman Island when Usopp heard about the Eve tree, he says, "Is it the same thing as the Adam tree?" And then we didn't get the answer. Usopp seems to always connect to the truth, so you guys might be on to something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. Next up, Valkyries appear. Another bit of Norse mythology here.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Maybe Elbaf's version of the God's Knights?
Or, like, because I mentioned we meet a new Lunarian. What if this is what Lunarians are referred to nowadays?
Bro.
Man. I need to see it. Let's go 3-day.
Maybe there'll be like
Next
sky people versions of Amazon. You know, the Amazon lily from the sea, from the sea, the land. It could be sky versions of the Amazons.
That would be cool too.
Yeah, with flight.
Next up is a spicy take as well. Vivi joins the Revs. This is not a take I've seen yet today.
Wouldn't argue.
Yeah, I'd be down for it.
Need to see her come back to the Sunny eventually, but I wouldn't be down for it this year, let's say.
Well, I think that she needs to have an interaction with Sabo at the very least because of Cobra's last dying wish.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
Exactly.
No, you said it. Don't they have? He has a message to give her.
And it would be a reversal of Alabasta, where she couldn't get with the people, and her childhood best friend instead founded the Revolution Army, and they became an opposing side in a way to free their kingdom. So it'd be so in this time, instead she links up with the Revs before she meets Luffy.
And she just gives some more context
just
in
put
the
it
chat.
in the chat. It's like the biggest slap in the face to the world government because of them offing her dad. So yeah, like I think this is huge.
Especially if she aligns Alabasta, the country, with the Revs as well.
Yeah, that's genius.
Yeah, genius. Brave Warrior Tourney. I love
Sweet.
this. Is this like games for Usopp the Brave Warrior? Like a test? I like this. I like this.
Yeah, she sent me her list and I typed it into the bingo card. That's why it looks so great. No, I'm kidding. But she put tournament. I put tourney because it wouldn't fit and I didn't want to change the font size. But yeah, this is so cool. I want to see it so bad.
Yep. And I expect the Giants to have some sort of like physical competition like this where they keep themselves in check.
Yeah, if it's like another Corrida Coliseum and Dressrosa, like kind of mini arc within an arc, I'm here for it. I love that.
Yeah, let's go.
The next two we've kind of touched on before. Some big sake lore, which I'm still on. Brood in Nika's Kingdom, and that's an anagram right there. I love that theory. It's one of my favorite theories 3-Day has ever come.
Yeah.
God's Knights move out. Another one that, like I said, we've touched on quite a bit. Instead of Big Mom is alive or returns, just Big Mom has followed the straw. And I love this.
Absolutely.
It gives her a reason to come to Elbaf if she's just there to follow Luffy.
That's a little twist on the predictions, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty unique. You always feel better crossing those boxes off when they're like more specific.
Yep.
Yeah. Revs coordinate an attack. I think this is one we've touched on a little bit as well. I think this is the year that we finally see the Revs and Dragon specific.
Launch their
And the way
anything.
she worded it, they don't actually have to make a move. They just have to make a plan, and she can still check this off.
Oh,
Like, so
yeah.
I think that's brilliant.
She said in the chat the Revs coordinate with all allies. Big blow against the world government and celestial dragons around the entire.
Perspective.
It's already
Huge.
started. If you think about it,
Yeah.
They already dropped the first, the first domino with, destroying
With the food supplies.
in Marijoa. So it would make sense that there is more to it than just, removing the food supply.
Ooh, spicy card 3-Day.
Spicy already. Free space next.
This.
I'm gonna guess her free space is someone does the stupid raccoon voice at her.
Stupid little raccoon.
Do that in 2025. She's got it. Elbaf affects the mind, and I love this.
That's what I mean.
Kind of
Man.
goes in.
Spicy.
Yeah, spicy. Like it goes into with the time dilation and everything that we've talked about previous about Elbaf and the potential of it, like being like not necessarily a time skip, but like a almost like dream sequence to them. They've been there for only maybe they stay there for 6 years, but in reality, they've only been there 2 days.
It would
Wow.
it would be a reversal to what Vivi was saying in Little Garden, the first arc where we met giants, where they were talking about the physical. They're stuck in time physically, so it could be like a mental thing. So yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, what if it's
I could too.
like, I don't know, what if it's something like you think that it's only been like 2 or 3 days and then like you leave the island and it's like 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
Insane. That would be insane. What could happen?
Elbaf days
The
are
whole-
longer than the world's
That's
days.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
This
And
would
kudos
explain.
to Lucas for not compulsively singing "Time Moves Slow."
I will.
But it won't be compulsively now.
Blackbeard devil fruit lore. Yeah, I need.
Let's
I
go.
need answers on
Give me
Blackbeard
more.
in general.
I love the wording of it because Blackbeard has 2 devil fruits, so they just be one of those 2, and 3-Day gets that one.
Either one, yeah.
He's a good one.
Yeah, I need some Blackbeard lore in general. Elbaf's Secret Realm. 3-Day, you are in chat. If you'd like to, please type out what you mean by this.
I think she
I'm gonna
means
move on
like
to the-
another realm under the sea level that's current.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like another
Yeah.
realm entirely. Like we see the 3 realm, but there's a whole secret one. I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
Like
So
just
much.
because of the secret tunnel memes, but there's also like what the world tree like Yggdrasil looks like as it goes underneath. So
Yeah.
basically, if it goes 5.5 under Wano, under Alabasta,
Yeah.
under Dressrosa, there's always this secret thing that most people don't know about. I think,
Yeah,
and
I
like
can
the
agree with that.
water levels, like this would be a realm that existed before the flood. You know, so
Yeah.
I'm. She just put it in
Wano
chat as well. Like,
style.
yeah, I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Next up, divine/spirit fruit. I like this a lot too. Could explain some of the gore. I personally don't think they're devil fruits.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
go
thinks
ahead.
that they come from specifically the tree, like I believe the Adam tree. I just couldn't fit all that in one box. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I
Ooh.
love this.
Especially
Like
with,
those
you
are
know,
the devil fruits of the Adam tree.
Yeah, but they're not devil fruits. They're like something else. But
Divine.
it does bear like
Yeah.
a similar fruit, you know.
yeah.
Ooh,
I like the spirit.
that.
I
This
like
is a
the, I like the
fantastic
spirit
list, man.
component.
I'm loving all of it.
Yeah,
I like
Today
this.
may have the best list this year.
Yeah, she has the best list after mine, obviously. But I do like the spiritual component because ever since post time skip, they've been connecting a lot of spirituality and faith more than pre time skip. So I do like
I
the
can agree with
spiritual
that.
component. Yeah, especially Mother Caramel.
Next up, Luffy Masters Gear 5. I want to see this so bad.
Let's go.
It does seem like he's getting more comfortable with it, so I want to see this.
Yeah.
The next one, though, Jesus Christ, 3-Day, you are cooking. Sun God's Memories Awaken.
In
Yes,
Luffy?
please.
Come on.
Like in Luffy, like it from the fruit. Like, that would be wild. And then look, she follows it up with drink Bink Sake. Yes, please. Oh,
Actually,
like
drink
God
this
fruits have
stuff.
a second awakening where they it's like where they remember. Oh,
I love it.
God,
Yeah.
3 days cooking. Yeah, she's cooking.
God fruits are eternal.
This one,
You know what I mean?
gotta
They,
give
they
her my
learn
hat.
from previous users.
yeah, you
Yeah.
got to give her your chef's hat. For her last row, starts out with one we've talked about. Usopp fights Loki. I love this. Next though, Emu attacks Elbaf. I don't know if I see this in 2025,
Ballsy.
but I could see this. I could see this though. Elbaf is one of the only untouched like places from the world government, from what we know. Like they've never tried to attack Elbaf because of how secluded it is and everything, how dangerous it is to get there. So maybe Luffy going there triggers it. I mean, Emu did just get the Schnikey scared out of him because they felt Joy Boy's presence after hundreds of years. Like, so
Yeah.
I love this.
And
There may
it
be
is-
a
it is
precedent
a-
set to make bigger moves than before, yeah.
Yeah, and there's
Exactly.
some hints that they could be similar to God Valley, Egghead, where destroying the island is not what they want. There's something specific on the resource or something important. The fact that 60 years ago or 100 years ago they had a plan with Mother Caramel, and once they lost
Yeah.
Mother Caramel, they had to find other ways to get to Elbaf. So, like, it does seem,
Yes.
I can see an attack and not a destruction because you need something there.
You're cooking
Yeah.
3 day.
Agreed. Cooking. Next up is magical weapon. I've been saying this as well. I think Usopp and Nami both will probably get some kind of. I like this one a lot.
That
too.
Sunstaff Roadhead. There's something going on with that. Turned
I
into a
agree.
net and poofed away.
Yeah, like if it's not a Delphoot ability, connect to Delphoot,
Yeah, but if
then
it's-
it has to be magical.
If it's made of sunstone, though, you know what I mean. If they can make rainbow, roads out of sunstone, I don't see them
I'd
not
still
being
call
able-
that a magical
Mag-
weapon, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it is magical. I'm not disproving that. I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking it's probably that
Yeah,
staff.
yeah. Yeah, I can see
Next is Luffy's temporary loss of powers.
that. In what sense?
I would
This
like
could be
this.
like
Devil fruit
a
powers in general?
Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
this could be like a Blackbeard encounter, or like it could be something. I don't know, like if he touches sea stone or a bubble or something like that. I guess that would also count. But like, I don't think the downside after Gear 5, like that's more hockey related, I believe,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I
Absolutely.
think this is really cool.
Yeah.
Nest is just something that would be beautiful in the story with the giants as well. Bonfire Nika Dance 2.0.
Be beautiful.
She specifically said in the list that she typed out to me that she thinks it'll happen with the giant wolves that are down in the
Oh my
bottom
God.
layer,
Oh,
like
that's
how
so
we got
sick.
in Skypiea. Yeah, so I think that she is so cooking right here. Like, I love it.
I love it. Love it so much. That'd be
Will said in the
fantastic because they
chat
were
he
called the
loses-
monsters.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just saying because they were referred to as like such horrible monsters. I'd like to see him like
Yeah.
smile and dance then behind a bonfire because Luffy is confirmed to be the sun god or something. Ah, be sweet.
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
Spicy.
Yeah, Will said in the chat maybe Luffy loses due to hunger during the Winter Solstice.
Wouldn't
Could
put
be
past him.
interesting. And then 3-Day also said that maybe like there's a deal with Loki, and like I don't know, like if freeing him possibly takes his powers away, that'd be pretty interesting as well.
Yeah. All right, guys, we have 3 more bingo cards.
We do,
Dibs on
we
Kush
do,
Daddy
we do.
because it's the only one I can read.
Okay, so
Okay.
would you like to? You want to take the reins? Do Kush Daddy's next? I can fire it right up.
Yeah, I think I would like to do that because I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to stick around too much longer.
Perfect.
And then the other ones are gonna be up to y'all.
No sweat. No
I can-
sweat.
I
This
can do
is
the other
Kush.
2 if need be.
This is Kush
Yep.
Daddy's. And
I
yeah.
am loving the little red squiggles. You know, this is it's the little details. You know, but his first row starts off with "We find out about Robin's dad." We talking about Mandragons right there? No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. And then he's betting against what I bet. I think that Loki will have a Paramecia. He thinks that Loki will have a Logia.
Fair. I've seen it a few times now.
Yeah, common theory for sure.
Win take.
Um,
Win take.
Luffy rejects the idea of Nika and himself being Nika. Love that. That's a free space in my opinion.
That's a really good
I
one.
don't know what's gonna happen. Someone's gonna tell him he's the sun god. Says what? No, I'm not Loki. Loki's over there. I can see that.
And then Kush Daddy's next one. This is crazy. This is huge. If we get an emu face reveal,
Let's go.
that's insane. Yeah.
Come on. I can't
That
believe
is
this is
such
the
a-
first bingo card we've seen with this.
Yeah,
I had
such
it
a
on
big
mine
gamble,
last year.
but such a great check off if you get it.
Yeah, it's like people have tired of asking for this.
Yeah, I put it on mine last year, and then I was just like, nah, 5 more years, you know, just like Oda for real. But the next one is Wano gets in danger. I think like a war for Pluton, Blackbeard showing up, some significant threat showing up in the cover story. A lot of people are kind of on this same train of thought here. Next up is Urouge appears.
Who's Orouge?
If you have a punch card for our bingo card stream on how many times we've mentioned Urouge appears, I think it's safe to say it is fully punched out at this point. Next,
I think the fans want Rouge back.
Oh yeah, for sure, we need him. Next up is a double whammy. Frankie upgrades not just himself but also the Sunny, which I think that's huge. Like the way that's where you gotta hit them both or you don't get to cross that one off. But I think it's safe to bet that though.
That's fair.
I mean, if you look by his bounty, him and the sun are the same person. So
Huge. Yeah, you might be onto something. You might be cooking. But next up is we learn of the frozen giants from Punk Hazard. This is crazy. I forgot about this. Like
I always forget
I'm
about
not even
these
gonna
guys.
lie.
Yeti cool,
Yeah,
bro.
this is not even the like. There's like frozen like statues,
the ones in
like
the
ice statues.
yes.
Yes. So like that's huge. But Yeti Cool Bros, I would count it as well. You know, like
Yeah, that's fair.
Next up we get Devil Fruit lore. Yeah, I need it. I freaking need it, bro. Like please.
Like
I
actual
thought we were gonna get
origin
more.
lore, please.
Yeah, not like a theory, you know, like we got from Vykthor.
Yeah, like full
But for
confirmation.
sure. The next up is Emu Devil Fruit or ability reveal. So the way that it's worded,
Fair.
it could just be whatever Emu's power is. As long as we get information on that or a full reveal, you'll be able to. This is very smart wording. I like it. Then we get God Valley lore. I need it. I absolutely
Yep.
would love to see
Yep.
that more than what we got,
Fire.
because all we got was
Fire.
through Kuma, and you know, if we get something through Shiki, that would be pretty cool.
or organs.
That's not my bias at all, but yeah.
Hey. No, but for real, we need it. We need this stuff.
I
Then we
need
get-
it.
Smoker meets with the Revs. This is crazy. I think this will be really interesting. I said multiple times last year throughout a couple streams rebrand that I think that Smoker meeting either Saul and or Dragon would be the final nail in the coffin for him to also defect. Because Dragon and Saul are both people who left the Marines, and I need Smoker to leave the world government side.
You said it, man.
And so I love that one. And then we get a free space, and then Dragon does something. Here we go.
Okay, let's do it. You're a ballsy man to put that on your list, so.
Then we get Garling Devil Fruit / Monster reveal. So again, this is just like the Emu one. If it's not confirmed to be a Devil Fruit, it's just some yokai form granted to him. Either way, if we get the reveal, that's nice. Then we get God's Knights revealed. Huge. I need to see it. Again, it's plural, so if they only give us one God's Knight, we don't get to check that off, buddy. But I have that on my list as well.
I need some names. I wouldn't be surprised if we find out the God Valley name has been the names of these soldiers are all over the One Piece story. All over the place.
Vex is a full-blown teacher. He's like going with like, I see there's an S. If there's only one, it doesn't count.
Oh my god! Just like it's the difference between dragon fruit, existing and dragon's fruit existing. Next up, we have Bon Clay escapes Impel Down.
Let's go.
I need Doflamingo, but I will take Bon Clay if that's all we get. But I need a whole horde of them breaking out. Honestly.
Let's go, please.
Yeah, I love that. This one is hilarious. Doflamingo laughs.
What a great block. Because it's not quite a free space, but it's basically a free space if we get anything from Doflamingo.
Yeah, that is, even if I think, like, honestly, would you count like S Flamingo laughing as this? Like, genetically, right? Like,
yeah, like all we gotta do is see him in panel, and he gets his bingo card.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, Doflamingo breathes and he laughs, so we just have to seem to hear his laugh.
Love it.
Then we have Enel appears, very popular theory. A lot of people are like praying for this for their god to come down from the endless verse, but I don't know. I think we have enough Enel parallels in Loki that I don't know if we need him this arc, but Final War Enel, sure, I'm here for it. But
I think I respect that a lot, actually.
Usopp becomes Elbathian legend.
Love this.
Yes.
Crazy.
Please, yes. Yeah. I need it.
Imagine if they make a life-size statue of him and it's tiny compared to the
I
rest
love that idea. Oh, yes, please. Oh, that'd be so funny.
And then we're on the final row down here. We have Uranus reveal / lore, very popular today. World Tree lore, very popular as well. Weevil hype. I don't know if I've ever heard those two words put next to each other, but I'm here for it. Then War on Elbaf. So this could be like the Civil War, like you guys were saying, or a full invasion, like how a 3-day thought Emu might show up. So this is clever wording.
Hits a few boxes,
like that a lot. Yeah. And then last but not least, the smallest text ever. Oh my god, let me hold on. Sabaody Archipelago is the E tree. Thanks, I hate it. Brother is literally trolling me right now.
Just for you.
I'm gonna say this.
Oh my goodness.
If just half of these get revealed in this year, dude, our head are gonna blow up. Because some of them are like end game type of lores. You know what I mean?
I think the lists today have been fantastic. I'm having a blast with some of these predictions.
Yes, we are down now though to the last two.
We are down to the last two. Thanks for putting in all your lists, though, everybody. Seriously, this has been a fantastic bit of fun.
Wonderful. So first up is Grow D Stonks list. Also, shout out to Growth. He made the Elbaf bingo card for this stream.
That you've seen a lot of
shout
people
out
use.
Yeah, exactly. So shout out to him. Big shout out. First one up, one we haven't seen yet. Bonnie's father revealed.
Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah.
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 Which I'm so glad. I've seen so many people saying it's Saturday. No, it's not.
Like
the
I
god.
said, there's still something
Yeah,
more
go
to it. Yeah. No, I said there's
Yeah,
still a twist to
exactly.
it. The fact that they didn't allude, they made some allusions, but there's a twist to that whole thing. Like who is Bonnie's
Yeah.
father?
Illusion.
I can't wait for it.
Illusion. Yeah. The God Knights invade Elbath. Been take we've seen it. Very, very solid take. Very solid take. Next is Vivi rejoins the crew. Another take we've seen a lot.
Yep.
This one is interesting though. Zoro forges his black blade.
He's gonna find some. He's gonna find some paint finally. Good for him.
I wasn't gonna go that far, but yeah. That was what I was gonna say. I don't think there's any black paint on Elbaf.
No, he's gonna acquire Sunstone. He's gonna acquire Sunstone, dude.
I think with this he's talking about him
magic
fusing his hockey so deeply with the Watto that it becomes a black blade.
See, I'm on the boat that he's not gonna get his black blade until he beats Mihawk.
That might be too late in the game for me, but I respect it. Luffy eats the mother flame. That is crazy. And I love it. I love it though.
2024? Is this 2024 bingo?
Oh my goodness.
Next up, one we've talked about several times, Shikyu. Then the Emerald City review.
Please.
That's spicy.
Please.
Yeah, that would be cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, one we've talked about several times again. Big Mom returns. And then Kid frees Loki.
Curveball.
Wild.
That's a curveball, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I'm under the belief that Kid is definitely 100% dead. Please.
Wild.
I don't think that, but I absolutely don't think he could get to the center of this wasteland of what is the underworld through all these monsters that bend to Luffy, and we know animals don't bend to Kid.
First, he needs to learn how to get out of the water because he's still drowning.
Listen, the second somebody gets him out of the water, this man's already been on Elbaf. He's probably already assigned magnetic force to the tree, and he's just gonna yeet himself back over there.
You're probably right.
That could be true. Next up, another common take this round. Rouge returns.
Yes.
This one though is spicy. Kuma gets his memory.
Oh.
I don't think this is gonna happen.
I don't see.
Oh
I think.
God.
Yeah, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I think Vegapunk explained by Bonnie taking in those memories meant that Kuma could never get them back.
But Kuma can make a copy of Bonnie's memories of Kuma's memories.
Kumaception.
I won't lie, the way Vegapunk was telling Kuma when he did the memories, he said he has a way to look at those memories without affecting that memory. I'm wondering if, how Vegapunk is, he did find a loophole. Like, it might not be like everything about, like, I think it could be just Kuma remembering all the side of Kuma that connects to his family.
I'd love to see
nothing
it.
with the, like,
nothing would
a
make
Kuma
me happier.
without the bad memories, just the good.
Yeah.
He was able to preserve the good ones.
For about 5 minutes until I complain on YouTube about how everybody's fake out. That's, keep going
I'm
back.
just laughing at Will in the chat. He said, Oda, kill someone.
Dude.
But yeah, like, it would make sense for how Vegapunk is that he felt so bad that he found a loophole, you know what I mean?
The
He's
hero we
giving like
need.
a fragment, and it's just about Bonnie and the refs and Ginny. But all the rest stuff, he doesn't have it. And so he's not burdened by his past.
Will, what an imagination. That must have been to the Ryu's returns. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Next up, Dory and Brogy duel. I don't think this is a spicy one, but it's something that I would really enjoy.
How
to
did you
see
read
again.
that? I cannot read
Barely.
that at all.
Um,
But yeah. Dorian Bragi duel. So the thing is, they said they're putting their duel on hold till this crisis was
Yeah.
taken care of. So does that mean he expects the crisis to end?
And what
This
is
year?
the crisis? You know, that's
Whatever
the
was
part.
going on with Elbaf, we don't know. We actually don't know why they were called back to Elbaf.
Yeah.
That's true. I forgot about that. So then we have the free space. Then we have Garling Yokai reveal, which we've seen take a while. He left it ambiguous so
I
that
think it's
basically
fair.
no matter what, yeah, whatever power he gets, he can check that one off realistically. Then Roger's egg revealed. I need this. It is one of my biggest mysteries in one. If I'm being honest.
I'd be-
for real being like, would an egg in this trying time? Like, can I offer you it?
I would love
next
to
up,
see it
I
at the
think-
top of Elbaf too. We've seen the top of the tree
Yeah, that would
and
be sick.
there is no bird on top of it, so I'd love to see the egg still there.
Waiting to be hatched by the sun.
Yeah. Yes, please. Come on.
Yeah. Next up is the red hair pirates reappear.
Yes?
I think this is. Yeah, I think we're gonna see this sooner than later. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Especially with how prevalent Shanks is on Elbaf. Colin's probably gonna join up with the crew soon. Like he'll probably give Luffy a story about it.
Yeah. And like
Uh,
Shanks has been being built up like as this untouchable force and
Yeah.
like everybody's feeling real good about Shanks. Shanks stocks are real high. I expect something big to be coming of this.
I do too. Next up, I'm a little confused on. It's Noland and Roger Elbaf flag. So is it there'll be one for Noland and one for Roger? Because they couldn't have met, right?
No,
Like,
I think the
Nolan was
context
around-
here is we see that both Nolan and Roger did things
Had
in
made it to
Elbaf that
Elbaf.
are remembered.
Yeah.
Parallel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parallel.
Well, they're
okay.
inversions of each
Yeah.
other, but yes.
Right.
Yeah. Then another common one, Uranus have revealed, and then another common one, God Valley flashback.
Let's
Which,
go.
God, we need something. Let's go. Yeah, that's a good
Mhm.
one.
Mhm.
Another common one, Scopper Gabon, and then this one, Oars 2 revealed.
Fours
The
two.
agenda.
That's spicy.
The
Mhm.
agenda. Let's go.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a spell.
Yeah. Yeah. Then Enel returns. Very common one. In the name of the ancient kingdom again. QB, you're going to love this. Sora, Warrior of the Sea revealed.
The one
need
from the
that.
comic book? Yes, let's go. No.
Yep, we
Yeah.
need that. We need that.
Yeah, we need that. Then the last one is Loki has a rubber Logia type.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That's very specific. So to put it in such a prominent place on a bingo card, one that is in line with 3 possible bingos, is a daring play. But
Yeah. So
oh wait, they're all
this
are.
brings us to the last bingo card of the night, Mr. Kusoland theories. The Kuso man
Kusolando.
himself. Kusolando. Yes.
Let's go.
starting out
Let's go,
with
Mr.
Loki
Kusolando.
has the life fruit, and I love this. Like a paramecia type that would bring lies
The
to reality.
Uso.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Uso. We
Fantastic.
get
I'm
a
here for
new admiral with the codename Orange Rat.
This man has reasons for this block, and I want to hear them.
Yeah, where are you?
I do too.
Kuso? Show yourself. Just show yourself.
Mizumi return foreshadowed.
Oh,
Yeah, I
my
bet
goodness.
he's got some mad spice to back that up.
Next up, Nami gets a battle axe. I think we've talked about her getting a new
Yeah.
times.
think
Usopp gets a
specifically-
wolf.
The Nami
Oh.
battle axe thing is like was when she was Anne, right, in Romance Dawn. Like,
Exactly.
did
Yeah.
she have an axe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I
I'm
noticed
here for that.
something yesterday, actually, rereading the previous chapter. It's kind of the same shape as Gerd's axe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Again, we're saying
Spicy.
axe, AXE, folks.
It count- both count.
In case you're.
Both count.
Next is Usopp gets a wolf. I would be down for this. Please give me a pet for the crew that isn't Chopper.
I love the scenes in movies where Usopp rides Chopper like a mount. They do some badass combat stuff with when they team up in the movies.
And in Alabasta as well.
Yeah.
Next is blanket term. We get some Logias.
Stop.
Is there another from Dusk and Dawn? Is crazy. That is crazy word.
Next.
I won't lie.
Oh my god.
The next one is what killed me next.
3 days.
We love y'all, chat. That's so funny. Oh my god.
Next up for the second row, Moria joins Cross Guild. Yes, yes, Kuso. Thank you. Luffy eats
How
meat.
original.
That's a free space right
Pause
there.
for the Luffy eats meat. Pause. Come on, man.
Luffy eats meat. Oh my god.
Vivi to marry Emu.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I've
that
seen
is
this
crazy.
theory a few times over.
Wait. What did you just say?
Vivi
marry
being
Emu.
forced to marry Emu.
Dude, I had chills just thinking about that. Don't do that to my girl.
Yeah.
Might.
Next, one that Nac was just talking about: giant egg on the head.
Please.
Yes.
Please, there's a lot of
Kuso has
legends
some
about
spicy stuff
Idrisil
about
having a
yeah.
giant bird sitting atop of it that overlooks the world. And that egg would be very fitting of it. So, please, like, that egg is a big mystery.
Next up is Colin is a Sunstone user.
That'd be cool.
I could, yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool.
He could
then
also
we
have
have-
the voice of all things.
Yep.
Good.
I'm sorry.
Good. We get Figureland's yokai form. We just that.
Mm-hmm.
Loki and Hydruden are not full brothers. I've heard you spit on the, so I'm starting. I think Loki is a bastard child.
Okay.
This is a bastard man. Sorry. Free space, and then the current king is the mastermind of Elbath. The whole idea of villain being in charge of Elbath is just perfect.
Yeah.
A Straw
That'll be
Hat learns to fly. We already know which one it's going to be. Robin.
It's gonna be Brooke.
She grew wings on. Yeah.
I mean, Robin
Brooke
can
or
already
Sanji.
fly. Nami can already fly with by riding on a cloud. I'm sure. Sanji can also skywalk. Like, it's got to be someone other than one of them.
I want it to be
Yeah.
Brooke. I won't lie. Or if he was like running into water, it would make sense that at one point he runs so fast that he's just.
You
running through the
skywalk,
Takes
watch
off.
me sky run.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would love that.
Yo.
A new use of hockey. This is very interesting.
Let's
keep saying that
Absolutely.
Taste and smell are the only two senses we haven't touched on with hockey.
Not just
So-
that we don't even understand hockey. Hockey's so much more
Well, I mean,
complex.
we got in
Tangible.
volume 4 billion. Yeah, we got the nickname, like the epithet, like observation killer. We haven't seen that actually happen.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah,
that would count
we
as well.
And we have to take into account it was in the 4 billion with Yasop, and we saw it in One Piece Red where he shared his vision, which is something similar that happened to Luffy and Mihawk. So I do think that realm of hockey that Vex is talking about might most likely be introduced in this arc.
That'd be
Let's
cool.
go.
Bro, this
Understanding
next
how it
one
works.
is crazy. This is Lucas's favorite,
Yeah.
like square in all of the whole stream.
Usopp leads an army.
Let's go.
Yep.
Yes,
We need
sir.
that
Don't-
for my book.
I
My
need
boy
it.
needs
I'd
that.
love it. Let's go. Right now.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
there's another contender. There's another contender
There
later on
is.
in this. Yeah.
New D member. I would love
No,
to
no,
see this. I
no,
need
no,
more on
it's
the Will
new-
of D.
It's new D member.
I thought it said
Remember.
nude member.
Nude.
I'll send you that later, Kuso.
Oh, okay.
The giant sword will get wielded. I'm on the ornament track right now.
X to doubt. I think it's inflatable.
X to doubt.
We
Oh my
get
goodness.
another unlikely team up. I think that's also a Yeah, Moria and Dofi.
Okay.
Uruj on the
Okay.
Heaven Realm. This is one we've talked about quite a bit. Vex, I've
It's
just
an
come across
interesting
one
twist
you
on
said-
it, though.
Yeah,
'Cause
it is an interesting twist.
It's specifically saying he's already here and he's up there waiting.
Yeah. I love it. Next up is Robin Angel form. Yes, if a Straw Hat Lord is to fly, put away the demon moniker and become an angel for instead.
Yeah, let's
Like
go.
that would be fucking perfect.
That'd be cool. This is
You
sweet,
need a
though.
comment.
Yeah. Because I want him to be the forest god. In the forest god in a lot of Japanese, giant deer. So giant mode on all fours from Chopper. That would be insane.
It'd be
That
fantastic.
would be wild. Hydruden and Loki team up. Not something I've seen yet. I like this, especially if we get a flashback.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sorry. I just saw this last one.
Yeah, Zoro
shit.
sleeps on the job again. That's it. That's a free space right there, brother.
Hey,
That's so funny. That is so
All right.
funny, dude.
fantastic.
Yeah, I believe that brings us to the end of the stream. Who was everybody bingo card besides their own?
3
Oh,
days.
3 days. Hands down.
3 days, yeah.
Mhm.
The Valkyrie.
Yeah, 3 day wins.
The Valkyrie line. I gotta go look up Valkyries right now.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I do love free day. I'm gonna give another one out as well. Kufi.
Yeah,
Kufi
Kufi
is a great one,
Kufi,
too.
Kufi runner up.
He
Yeah,
stood
yeah.
on all
Run up.
business, didn't he?
Honestly,
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
not a bad card in the bunch. I loved so much of what we saw. We did see a good fair bit of overlap, but it's it shows that the community, like
Great
we
minds think
do
alike.
exactly
Read them
like
same
and like
story.
there's. I'm hoping that we all get what we want to a degree. Obviously, some of us can't. When I think that Akainu will do something, and some people think that he won't. But like for the most part, I'm hoping that we all have a wonderful 2025, and that it's going to be a great year for all of One
Respect
Piece. And
Yep.
Agreed. Agreed
Yep.
entirely. All right. Well, does anyone have anything they want to promo before we sign it off?
No, I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
go
the wrong
check
promo,
out-
but definitely thanks to everybody in the community for hitting the lists up and being active on the Discord with all this stuff. It's been fun.
absolutely.
Yeah. It means
Make
so
sure you
much.
guys go check out Rambling Addiction next week on Straw Hat Lucas's
Woo!
channel. Link in the description, where he's going to be talking about the one, the only Usopp with the
God,
historian and
Usopp.
first mate of the Eternal Dawn himself, Kube of the Red Sea. Cannot wait
Let's
to
go.
see that
Let's
drop.
go. Two
Heck
goats.
yeah,
Yeah,
brother.
I'm so excited for that.
Make sure you check out the GOAT himself, NaccReacts, dropping free run episodes every single week. Link in the
You
description for that
sweetheart.
as well. And you can check out my own channel as well, where Group 2 does, in fact, solo. We should be back on Tuesday
Solo.
night. Let's go.
Yeah.
And again,
go.
for those,
And
for
any
the one
questions?
that,
You want to get involved in the chat? Make sure to join
No
Discord.
more questions, actually.
no more questions.
Yes,
sorry.
but join the Discord for sure. Yes.
And also a reminder
Cube.
for those at the end of the next year when they get if they get a full bingo, as a reminder, the present will be you'll have a personal call from Straw Hat Lucas where he'll sing you "Happy Birthday" Marilyn Monroe style. So-
Okay, wild.
All right, we'll put it
Yes.
in the description. Anybody
you
gets
should-
bingo, reach out
I-
to 3-day trip for how to get your winnings.
I think that it's also something to be noted that I went the whole bingo stream this year without mentioning at all that I got my box checked whenever I said there would be 20 plus more chapters of Egghead, and nobody believed me. Saved it for the very end.
You did it, brother. Proud of you.
The
Yeah,
best-
great restraint.
Proud of you.
yeah.
But yes, I've been Straw Hat Lucas, Captain of the Eternal Dawn. It has been a wonderful stream here with mates. Q, sign us off, brother.
Bruh.
We did
Cube.
so well right up to the end.
Yeah.
Cube, your connection
All
dip,
right.
brother. All right, so
We'll see you all at the next sunrise.
thanks, guys.